This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Welcome to Tiger Football on this Friday night. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. Charles Winnicky here with you live. Welcome, Tiger fans, as district begins this evening. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Oregon Mountain Knights. District, I think it's just District 2. No, it's District 3 again. That's right. There's 3 districts in the state. I was thinking that we'd dropped down to 2. That's not our classification. But the District 3 6A Tigers are on the field warming up, as are the Knights. And both these teams coming off their first victory of the season, so a positive bit of momentum heading into the district season. Tigers, of course, coming off that incredible 36-35 win at home over Piedra Vista on homecoming, double overtime win last weekend. And Oregon Mountain is coming off a victory over St. Pius. Tigers, their first 3 games were Albuquerque High, Roswell, and Deming. And Oregon Mountain also saw Deming, Mayfield, and El Dorado in their 3 games this season. Lost by 10 to Mayfield, 7 to Deming. I think it was a 9-point game that they ended up losing to El Dorado a little bit earlier on this season. So this is a much improved Oregon Mountain team. They struggled last year. They struggled the last couple of seasons. And the Knights, coached by Kenny Sanchez, who has some success in Las Vegas coaching big programs. I think it was Bishop Gorman, I believe, that he coached, and has come in here to try and get this program going in the right direction. Again, Alamogordo, meanwhile, looking to just build the momentum. They had played well at points in most of the games this season, and just the one thing they hadn't checked off the list was getting a victory, and they managed to get that last week. And now the question is, can they build on that, turn it into a winning streak, get a couple in a row? They've got some really challenging games on the horizon with Hobbs and Centennial coming up. But and we hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko coming up here in just a little while here on the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. And that, the games against Oregon Mountain and Clovis and Carlsbad, if the Tigers are going to have any hope at making the postseason, they're probably going to have those games at a minimum. And that's not necessarily a guarantee that they get in with those 3 wins. It's going to give them a good shot at it. Certainly you'd love to get a win over a Hobbs or a Las Cruces or a Centennial, but also recognizing that, those teams are at least in the mix for a state championship. La Cueva looks like they are the team to beat, and then there's a group of them, the 3 teams I just mentioned. You throw in Volcano Vista and Cleveland, maybe a Rio Rancho, maybe there's 1 or 2 other teams in there that are maybe a part of that discussion this year. And I think the rest of the district, probably not at that level yet, but I think the rest of the district, and when I say rest of, I mean Alamo, I mean Oregon Mountain and Clovis and Carlsbad, they are good enough to be playoff teams this year when you look at the rest of the state. So the Tigers know that it definitely has to start here, and you most definitely don't want to start off a district with a defeat. You got an opportunity here to come on the road and grab a victory against a solid team. But we'll hear more from Coach Sisko here in just a little bit, and essentially saying that they can't afford to come out here and have a poor effort tonight. They've got to play a really good game if they're going to come out of here with a victory against Oregon Mountain. All right, let's go ahead and take our first commercial break. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Oregon Mountain Knights kick off at 7 o'clock. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports Talk 1230, 101.9.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Are you ready for back to school? At Local Credit Union, we are all about supporting education in our community. We also know that your finances can play a big part in your success. Stop by today and ask about a back to school loan, open a new account, or learn about our CDs. Apply online today at localcreditunion.com or see us at 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, federally insured, NCUA.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to in without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Welcome back to the Field of Dreams at Las Cruces. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. And now we hear from Alamogordo Tigers head football coach, A.J. Sisko.
Talk about the rise and fall of emotions of that game, because I feel like
you gotta love teenagers, right?
Well, for them and for you, I mean, the excitement, the anger, the frustration, I mean, it was a little bit of everything for y'all.
It was, and I keep saying the word resiliency with our kids, and you've seen this with our kids over the years, the no quit attitude. We won't back down from anything. We may be outmanned, but we're going to play till the last whistle, and our kids just understand, put their nose to the grindstone and keep going, and good things are going to happen.
I think it says a lot about the team, and they get the big 80-yard touchdown there early in the fourth quarter, and boy, you could have just slumped your shoulders, and the kids could have said, we're not going to win this one, and bounce right back with a quick score, and you guys continue to fight back through that rest of that quarter.
Yeah, and this group shows it, and you see it with other teams in the past couple of years, the toughness to keep playing. This all started when 2017 when that group went 0-10. I mean, that group set that foundation of what this football program will be in the long run, and we talked to them about this may not be the senior year you won or the football season you won back in 2017, but in 10 years, you're going to be the direct reason why we're at where we're at. And you see that, and I couldn't be proud of our kids. The first thing I told them was I love them and how proud I am of them. But like I said, this goes back to 2017 of going through that first season to get to where we're at. And then just the toughness of our kids to just keep playing. And if you ask any of our kids what's the most important play, they're going to tell you the next play. Whatever's happened, you can't change. Focus on getting better on the next one. Well,
and we knew going into the season, Nathaniel Best was a special athlete, and boy, he did some really big things for you guys on Friday night.
He did. He made 2 great plays, and it's always good when you have a kid like that on your team that can make those plays and kind of take over a game like you did with those 2 big runs. And but I mean, you got to go to defense. Defense had to play really well after that and keep getting stops to let us get a chance to get back in that game. And I think one of the biggest stops we got was right before halftime when we got that stop, and we didn't get to go down and score in a minute and a half, but we didn't let them score and get up on a double dip us and go up 28-14.
Yeah, for sure. It made a big difference. And, different guys stepping up, Marcus making the big catch in the end zone. And you mentioned defensively, I mean, guys like, Kamari Morale and Isaac Lara, somebody I haven't mentioned, I think, on the radio, but Nathan Sarasaris has had a great season for you guys this season.
That little sophomore is going to be okay in the long run.
Yeah.
But like defensively, I mean, and it's one of those things that we're going to bend but not break is kind of our mentality. We want to keep everything in front of us. We want to be sound defensively, play gap sound football, and tackle well. And I thought we'd done that. And when you eliminated the explosive plays, we have a shot because, I mean, we only had 2 explosive plays. And we talk about that. We have to win the explosive play battle to win football games. But when we limit their explosive plays and make them drive a field, and then we can get teams behind the sticks, which we did a couple of times, and that's something they're not good at. I mean, that's what their offense isn't based to be able to get 3rd and 13s. So I was so proud of our defense all the way around the board. You go to the back end of them making plays. We never got beat over the top. Getting pressure when we needed to at the end. I mean, I was so proud of our defense for just keep plugging along, because it's easy when you get punched in the face, and we tell our kids all the time, we're going to turn things into a fist fight. We're going to keep punching, and somebody's got to break. And our defense never broke, and couldn't be proud of that group. Couldn't be proud of our staff for maintaining that and getting those kids to just keep plugging along.
All right. You guys get Oregon Mountain this week, a program that has improved from last year. You guys won a pretty comfortable game, 27-0 last season, but, I'm sure you guys are expecting to be in for a fight coming up on Friday.
Yeah, it's a completely different team, and Coach Sanchez in year two and going into year two and having to completely kind of change the program and put your stamp on that program, you can see the changes. I mean, that's a much better football team, and they won their first game this past weekend, but they lost by a touchdown to Deming. They lost by a touchdown to Mayfield. I mean, they've been in their football games and had shots to win. Lost by a touchdown to El Dorado. I mean, I think they're 18 points away from being 4-0. It's a good football team. They're big. They're physical. They know who they are. They don't make any bones about it. It's much like PV. They're going to put 6 linemen in the game and let's go bang. And they've got an athlete at quarterback that can run, and they're running some option principles. And it's going to be a tough matchup for us. We got to line up and play well and not turn the ball over.
Kind of, and you say similar to PV in terms of the way you guys are going to have to be physical and pay attention on the option side of things defensively. Is it you're going to kind of the same thing, or is it going to be a little bit of a different setup?
It'll be. I mean, you'll have the same 6 linemen up there. They'll give you a couple different formations. You won't have the wing backs and the motions and all that stuff. And they'll be in gun a lot or pistol. But they're going to read everything, whether it's their zone schemes, their down schemes. They're going to read those, and they've got a quarterback that can move and be an athlete. And then they've got a receiver that's a big, tall, athletic kid that plays basketball named Lenny Washington that they're going to try to get the ball to and see if they can out-athlete people.
Yeah. I do want to mention one more thing as well. We'll switch over to offense. Somebody really stepping up and for the team is Josiah Quinlan, and him willing to move to wide receiver.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome. And see that kid to make that change on Monday of last week and accept it and just embrace it. And when I did an interview with the newspaper and he asked me about these kids, and I said, these kids care more about this team success than their individual success. And Josiah exemplified that. He cared more about this team winning football games and being successful than his own success. And that's what I love about our kids. And Josiah exemplifies that. He got voted team captain this week. So he'll be a captain the rest of the year. Which is a huge honor for our 5 guys that got voted this week, and he was one of them. And I think it was pretty obvious to everybody in that football program how much he cares about this football team.
And I think on top of that as well, he adds kind of a dynamic player out there on the outside for you.
He's too good an athlete not to be on the field.
Yeah.
Like, we got to have him on the field. He helps us. We're banged up at the receiver position. We've got 2 starters that haven't played since week 1, and we've got to get some depth, and he adds that depth and another athlete on the field. And I could be proud of him, can be proud of our big boys up front. I thought Dylan ran the ball hard. We rushed for 250-something yards and threw for almost 150, so I thought we were well balanced in that regard. Offensively, I thought we played extremely well. We had that third quarter series, I think it was 3 in a row, where we kind of struggled and we're just kind of stuck in the mud. But they just keep fighting along and keep plugging, and we don't keep doing what we do and get better at it.
And we're to the part of the season that, not that the first 4 games didn't matter, but you all know what's in front of you now. You know that certainly this week's game, when you play Clovis, when you play Carlsbad, if you guys are going to make the playoffs, you absolutely have to have those 3 games for sure.
For sure, and that gives us a shot. And our kids know that. But we talked about it last week. I mean, you going in 0-3 and then very frustrated in 3 games that you thought you played well enough to win and had mistakes. But we changed the mindset to last week where it was just be 1-0. Be 1-0 come Friday at 10 o'clock. Our kids embrace that concept. Everything we talked about was being 1-0. And now it's flipped to now it's being 1-0, but it's twofold. Now it's being 1-0 on Friday and 1-0 in district. And being at the top of the district standings after week 1 is a big deal. And it's not the Oregon Mountain of last year. It's not the Oregon Mountain's sub-varsity teams that we've played in the past. This is a good football team. And if we don't play well, we're going to get beat, and we've got to line up and play and be ready to go and have that mentality. And I think our kids have done a good job this week. It's hard after you come off such an emotional victory to get kind of channeled back into what you got to do. And Monday was a struggle. I mean, Monday was a struggle practice-wise. You come off homecoming as well. I mean, it's a long weekend for the kids. It was not our best Monday, but I thought our kids responded to the challenge that we gave to them Monday afternoon to come back Tuesday. I thought we've had 3 really good practices since then to get ready and get focused. And I'm excited to go out there and play again tomorrow night.
All right, very good, Coach. Good luck this week. We appreciate
it, man. Go Tigers.
As always, thanks to Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Sisko for spending some time with us You are listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We'll have more coming up for you here in just a bit. We'll take a break and return to Las Cruces, the Tigers and the Knights, kicking off in about 15 minutes.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Teens are usually better than adults when it comes to computers and technology. But when it comes to saving money, parents and grandparents usually have the leg up on the younger generation. With a teen savings account, you might just turn your teen spender into a teen saver. Stop by and open one today. Local Credit Union, 808 Washington Avenue, federally insured by NCUA. Visit them at localcreditunion.com and follow them on Facebook.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to end without notice. Other restrictions may apply, federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Welcome back to Las Cruces and the Field of Dreams. Tigers and Knights getting ready to get started in about 10 minutes or so. Both teams have returned to locker rooms. Alamogordo fans starting to file in on the far side, as are the Oregon Mountain fans. Alamogordo cheerleaders have made the trip over. Of course, the Alamogordo High School student athletic trainers are here as well. And do want to mention the other high school football games going on across the area tonight. Homecoming tonight out in Tularosa. Best of luck to the Wildcats as they host the Capitan Tigers. The Mescalero Apache Chiefs are at Hagerman tonight. Hagerman Lake Arthur in an 8-man matchup, 7 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m., Cloudcroft faces off against Dulce, 2 p.m. start time on Saturday. And I think as for the rest of high school sports this weekend, we've got Cloudcroft hosted their cross-country meet today. Alamogordo and Mescalero Apache are at the NIMI meet in Roswell tomorrow. And Mescalero Apache volleyball host Alamo Navajo tomorrow. And I think that's it on Saturday. It's a relatively quiet weekend for high school sports overall. But, of course, if you want to keep up with everything that's going on with our area teams, Alamogordo, Mescalero Apache, Tularosa, Cloudcroft, make sure you like us on Facebook, Alamo Sports and Talk, and you can keep up to speed. Also on Twitter, on X, whatever. At Charles Winicky, you can follow me on there. And we also have an Instagram page for Alamo Sports. I believe it's at Alamo Sports. You can like us or follow, or I'm not sure what the correct term is on Instagram. I know I'm becoming an old man. Real quickly, I want to run through some of the statistics for Alamogordo. They've been updated up on Max Preps. Noel Garza leading the team in tackles this year with 36. Bryson Bloom's got 32. Nathan Saraceris, Kamari Morale, Gianni Mogato. There's another name that I usually mention it during the broadcast. I should mention him more in the afterwards, because we were talking about some guys in the interview with Coach Cisco. There's another person. I think you can also throw in Jordan Flores Wheeler. I know I've mentioned his name a few times throughout the broadcast this season, and there's more and more. Saraceris Gonzalez, Padilla, they all have sacks this season. Interceptions for Bowman and Marcus Bryant Jr. and Gianni Mulgado. Tigers have not really been a turnover maker on defense this year. That's one thing they did really well the last few seasons. This year, not quite as much, but they've been able to stay in the games regardless of not having those quick changes. And as long as they can avoid the turnovers on offense themselves, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Offensively, Nathaniel Best has rushed for 412 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dylan Hergenrader, 299 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. Passing, it's been kind of a mix between Josiah Quinlan and Nathaniel Best. Both have thrown for about 150 yards this year. 4 touchdown passes for Best on the season. And Josiah Quinlan's played 1 game at wide receiver now, and he's second in the team in receiving. And by the way, Nathaniel Best is first in the team in receiving this year. So I know the Tigers are looking to get some of those other guys' stats up as the year progresses. So, Aiden Vasquez has been very good with the. I guess is that defense? Yeah, I was going to say look for the specific stats there, but he's been excellent at punting this year. Has been rock solid kicking the football for the Tigers this year as well. So a lot of different players have definitely made some big impacts for Alamogordo this season, and we'll see if obviously it continues as we head into the most important part of the season with districts beginning tonight between the Tigers and the Knights. Looks like the Knights are getting ready to take the field here in just a second, and I would imagine we will have our national anthem coming up not too long after that, as I see the junior ROTC from Oregon Mountain standing on the field getting ready to present the colors, so that will be here before too long. I know I looked at the statistics for Oregon Mountain previous in the week, and they're a little confusing. Their quarterback is Xavier Perez, and for some reason he has the exact same stats as Riley Tess, who is their running back. So obviously a mistake in the input, but Perez has thrown for 315 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Test has rushed for 385 yards, and they've got a freshman running back in Romeo Jones that has rushed for 334 yards. So definitely a team wants to run the football. Similar to Alamogordo, both teams have racked up over 800 yards of rushing over the first 4 games of the season. And Coach mentioned Lenny Washington. We've seen him a lot during basketball. He's got 7 passes for 108 yards this year, and has played well for the Knights. All right, we're going to take our commercial break here. You've been listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show as the Alamogordo Tigers and the Oregon Mountain Knights get ready to get started here with District 3-6A action. We will return to Las Cruces right after this. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Are you ready for back to school? At Local Credit Union, we are all about supporting education in our community. We also know that your finances can play a big part in your success. Stop by today and ask about a back to school loan, open a new account, or learn about our CDs. Apply online today at localcreditunion.com or see us at 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, federally insured, NCUA.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Welcome back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. We got a few more minutes left in it. The Tigers, now I see them coming out of their locker room, which the locker rooms are over on the, let's call it the north side of the field. I think we're kind of at an angle here, but north side of the field. Tigers will be on the far side, which is the east side of the stadium. We are in the press box here on the west side of the field. Field turf here at the Field of Dreams, brand new last year, kind of a... you've got a darker green and a lighter green color. Kind of gives a good separation of it's every 5 yards. I actually kind of like that. It helps you out a little bit in terms of where the ball is, at least from sitting up here. But and it says Field of Dreams with the Zia symbol in the middle, and they've got all 4 high school logos in the end zone. On the south end zone, Centennial and Oregon Mountain, and in the north end zone, Las Cruces High and Mayfield High School. Or I should say Oregon Mountain is going to be in black tops, white pants, white helmets tonight. And they have, I'm trying to tell what that is. Is it just numbers in their helmets? Or it is, looks like the OM in white outlined in black. Tigers coming on the field in all whites. White helmets, white tops, white pants with black numerals, gold outlining on those tonight. So Tigers taking the field right now, running left to right across, as are the Alamogordo High School cheerleaders as well. So just a couple of minutes away from tonight's kickoff. Both teams coming in at 1-3, and both teams coming off victories. Tigers, of course, last week, that exciting win over Piedra Vista, and Oregon Mountain got the win over St. Pius last week. So both sides looking to turn this into a winning streak and see if they can get this season going in the right direction, work themselves a little bit closer back to 500 after both sides started the season at 0-3. I think it's similar to what we've seen the last couple of games. We're going to see a lot of running the football on both sides. I don't think we're going to see an air attack. I'm sure if either coach had their way, they'd love to keep it on the ground and just try to run over you, which, I don't know. I got to be honest, I think most coaches would rather just run the ball if they had the choice, but I'm sure it also depends on athletes and all that good stuff that comes along with that, who you've got available to you. So the Tigers have finished their warm-up routine. Oregon Mountain is going to receive the opening kickoff. They'll go right to left, which is south to north. The Tigers will kick it off left to right, so Alamogordo will get the second half kickoff for tonight's game. And looks like we'll start maybe just a minute or two early. We'll see. Oregon Mountain's been ready and raring to go. They've kind of been waiting on the Tigers to make their way out onto the field. But Alamo standing in their huddle over the 35-yard line on the far side. And now they will spread out and get ready to kick this one off. Thanks again to Otero Federal Credit Union for bringing you our pregame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk. They'll be back for halftime coming up here in about an hour or so. So the Tigers kicker, number 22, Aiden Vasquez, will line things up. Officials will make a count, make sure it's 11 on both sides. See what the Tigers' strategy is on kickoffs this week. They've kind of bounced around with it. They've sometimes kicked it deep. They've sometimes kicked it short into the sideline. They've gone line drive kick, even shorter pooch kicks. So I'm sure looking at the tape and seeing how Oregon Mountain does things with their special teams probably has a little bit to do with that as well. Okay, let's do this. A beautiful night here in Las Cruces. The Oregon Mountains with some bright sunshine on them. And it is a line drive kick, so they will kick it on the ground, and it is grabbed by one of the up men, and he will slide down. That is number 5 for Oregon Mountain, as Julian Gonzalez will take it up to about the 35-yard line, and that is where Oregon Mountain will begin in their open drive. Again, their quarterback, number 12, Xavier Perez, and they want to line up with offensive linemen or 6 guys on the line. They'll send 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers at the bottom. So it'll actually a little bit of a different look here. 4 wide receivers. And out of the pistol, Perez will take the snap, hand it off. There's some trouble in the backfield. Kamarian Morale blew it up, but couldn't make a play. He had to make a decision on who to hand the ball off to, or who to tackle there, because quarterback and running back were kind of tied at the hip, and quarterback, Perez, able to get away and get 4 yards. So I guess the read option works really well there, because he was able to get away and get some positive yardage. Now the running back will line up to the right of him. Perez takes the snap, and he will hand it off and come to the near side and turning upfield and getting some good yardage, and finally brought down not before he crosses midfield is number 23, Romeo Jones, just a freshman, as he takes it all the way to the 47-yard line. And he picks up 17, and Oregon Mountain moves the chains. 1st and 10 at the Alamogordo 47. Not a particularly big running back. He just kind of hid behind his offensive lineman, turned the corner. Tigers didn't have the edge sealed. And on the near hash at the 47, here's the snap. And Perez will keep it. And he's going to scamper forward for a positive yardage as he pulled it out on the mesh and gets it forward to the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, or gain of 5. And so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Going right to left in this first quarter is Oregon Mountain. And so far the running game has picked up some solid yardage over the first 3 plays. Perez takes the snap. He will hand it off. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. It's getting kicked around, and Oregon Mountain's going to get to it. It was fumbled forward into where the offensive and defensive line were at, and it got kicked backwards. And one of the offensive linemen for Oregon Mountain was able to fall on it. He'll fall on it at the 44, so it ends up as a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd down and 7. So fortunate for Oregon Mountain that there just wasn't a Tiger that was able to get to that football. There's nobody in the backfield to get to it. I didn't see who that was that knocked the ball loose. One of the Tigers had gotten in there. As there's 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. 3rd and 7. And back to pass is Perez. He's got pressure. He throws it. He throws it right to a Tiger. It's intercepted. Number 55, Isaac Lotta, with the interception. He threw it right to him. They were looking for the screen, and Isaac had read it. And Alamogordo will have 1st down at midfield after the pick on the screen that they had tried to set up. So the Tigers, just talking about in the pregame, this is not a defense that has forced a lot of turnovers this season, and they do it right there. And it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Tigers go 4 wide receivers, running back to the right of Best. Here's the snap. Best will run it straight ahead. Got a lead block from Hergenrader, and he will be marked down at the 46-yard line. And it'll be a 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. Best ready to go. Oregon Mountain still trying to get themselves situated. Now they're ready to go. And ball's on the ground. There was a problem with the snap between their handoff between Hergenrader and Best. And Best was able to get to it. It's only going to be about a loss of 1. And the Tigers will line it back up. And they face a 3rd down. Best takes the snap. Quick throw. It's complete to the far side. Little juke move and going straight up the field. I believe that's Josiah Quinlan who makes the grab for the Tigers. And Quinlan will get the Tigers a first down on third down. It's a gain of 12, and he picks up right where he left off last week. And Best will keep it himself, and he runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage, and there's no gain. It's one of the first times I've seen that bubble screen for the Tigers work well this year. That has not been a play that has really done much for Alamogordo. 4 wide receivers, ball in the far hash. Ball's at the Oregon Mountain 35, 2nd and 10. Best will hand it off to Hergenrader, and Hergenrader, again, there was a little bit of a bobble on the handoff, but he gets it and goes ahead for 2 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for Alamogordo. Ball closer to the far hash. The Tigers have stayed 4 wide receivers this entire drive. Best takes the snap, speed option to the left. Best will keep it himself. Looks to cut up field, spins back and fell backwards near the marker. He's going to end up only about a yard short as he gets to the 26-yard line. And it's a gain of 7, and Alamogordo will get right to it, and I'm sure try to snap it quickly. 4th and 1. High snap, but he gets it, and straight ahead, and it's going to be really close. The far mark, they went ahead and just said that he didn't get it. Now, Coach Sisko is a little frustrated, and it's not with the officials. He was frustrated with players there, and so the Tigers do turn it over on downs. Alamogordo takes it down inside the 26. They can't pay off the turnover. And so I don't know if maybe there was a read there that didn't get made correctly, but the Tigers unable to pick up the first down. So here we go with the Knights again from their own 26. Perez will pull out the handoff late and then go straight ahead, and he gets to about the 30-yard line, and that is where they'll stop him after a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 for Oregon Mountain. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. No score. Each team has had a possession, and each team is, I guess you can call it technically a turnover. Oregon Mountain has an interception. Alamogordo got turned over on downs on a 4th and short. Perez takes the snap. He'll drop straight back to pass. Looking downfield, and he finds his man at the 40. Makes a man miss across the 45 and near midfield when he's brought down. They will give him to the 49, and it's Anthony Gomez, number 10, as the Knights get it all the way to the 49. It's a gain of 19. 1st and 10 for Oregon Mountain as they withstood the turnover, and now right back to midfield after 2 plays. Perez with the snap, and a little hesitation, then runs straight ahead, and he's going to bounce it to the outside and get brought down just shy of the first down marker. He got a lead block from his running back on a quarterback draw, and he'll pick up 8 yards, a couple shy of the first down. 2nd and 2. Ball's in the far hash, now on the Alamogordo side of the field at the 43. 2 wide receivers to each side. Pistol formation. Running back behind Perez. Takes the snap. And he is going to hand it off and met in the backfield by 2 Tigers. Kamarian Morale and Nathan Saraceris meet at the point of attack of the 45 and bring down number 23, Romeo Jones. That was a loss of 2. And so 3rd down here for Oregon Mountain. 3rd and 4 at the Alamogordo 45 on the far hash. Same formation, pistol look. Tigers with 4 right at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be kept by Perez. He tries to go straight up the middle, and he's able to kind of spin forward near the marker. They're going to mark him short, though. You got to think Oregon Mountain is going to go for it. It's a gain of 3, so he's about a yard and a half short of the first down. Ball is between the 42 and the 43. and they need the 41 for a first down. So, yeah, I'm going to call it 1.5 yards. Oregon Mountain not going especially fast here to the line. Both teams have been very quick for the next snap, and now they're going to line up under center. And they will inside toss, and they're going to get the first down. So finding a little bit of room on an toss play, Romeo Jones gets across the 40 out to the 36-yard line. It's a first down and a gain of 7 as they move the chains and are right back to the line of scrimmage, and now back to a 4 wide receiver look. At the Tigers 36, 1st and 10. Perez with the snap, and he drops straight back to pass. Late blitz from the Tigers. Here's the throw. It's overthrown. And looking for Gomez again. Aiden Vasquez was in the area, but nobody was going to get to that as the pass was too high. And it's 2nd and 10. Oregon Mountain trying to mix it up there on first down and go with the throw. And could not connect with his wide receiver, who was at about the 20-yard line in between the hashes. Ball on the far hash, close to the far sideline. As Gomez takes the snap, he will bring it out from the running back, and he will run to the left side, and that has worked. That read option has worked very well for Oregon Mountain. The Tigers have attacked the, I don't want to say the wrong ball carrier, but it's been 1 against 2. They've got to make a decision, and the quarterback Perez has made the right decision a number of times as he picks up 9. It's not enough for a first down, but after getting the incompletion on first down, we've got whistles. Still 3:30 in the first quarter with no score. We had one Tiger player. Now, Oregon Mountain went to the sideline thinking it was a timeout. It was just an injury. I think there was one Alamogordo player that was coming off a little bit slow. And so Oregon Mountain's back out there, and they're again going to line up in this heavy set with just one wide receiver here on a 3rd and 1. Worked well for him last time. We'll see if the Tigers can figure it out second go-around. They'll go out of the pistol this time, and here's the handoff, and breaking into the open and finding his way to the end zone from 27 yards out is number 23, Romeo Jones. And so Oregon Mountain, after the 4th down stop, is able to go the distance and get into the end zone. 27-yard touchdown. And the Knights are on the board here 6-0 with 2:58 to go in the first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Well, I will say this is a position Alamogordo's had themselves in a lot this year, just playing from behind. So these guys are kind of used to this. Unfortunately, I think the Albuquerque High game is the only game that they had a lead in. I don't think they had one last week against Piedra Vista either until the end. I believe the extra point is no good. It is no good. So the extra point misses, and Alamogordo will trail 6-0. 2:58 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will take a break. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to in without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Tigers return the kickoff to the 44. And Alamo trying to answer back here with 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Oregon Mountain 6 and Alamogordo nothing. Tigers look like they were heading the right direction for a score and got stopped on 4th and 1. Tigers going with the lead back now. They went 4 wide receivers last time. Now we'll go 3. And Best takes the snap, gives it to Hergenrader, and Hergenrader going to the left is going to get met by a host of Oregon Mountain Knights and is going to be dropped for a 1, almost a 2-yard loss on the carry. And the Tigers will face a 2nd down and long. So the Tigers will face a 2nd, and they're calling it 12. I'm going to call it 11. Speed option to the left. Best turns it upfield himself and crosses the 45-yard line and gets out to about the 49. And so the Tigers will pick up 6. And we'll get back to the line of scrimmage here. Oregon Mountain's defense has been pretty impressive stopping the run here early, not giving the Tigers a whole lot of room. Again, quick option to the left, and Best will turn up field and will get across midfield. Tigers are still going to be a couple yards short of a 1st down. In fact, he's only going to get to the 49 on the Oregon Mountain side of the field. It's a gain of 3. And this will be decision time for Tigers. It's not a short 3rd down, or should say 4th down. It's going to be 4th and about 3. Tigers look like they are going again. And we've got a penalty, and it looks like one of the Tigers false started, and so Alamogordo is going to go 3 and out. After Oregon Mountain scores the touchdown, the false start doomed the Tigers there. And maybe more than anything else, the 2-yard loss on 1st down. So the Tigers will send it away. And bringing one player on late. Oregon Mountain returner standing back at his own 20-yard line, as Vasquez stands at his own 34. High punt, not particularly long, and is not going to take an Alamogordo bounce. Not a great punt to the 39-yard line. It's only going to be about a 20-yard punt for the Tigers. Vasquez has been a great punter this season, just not his best there. And so Oregon Mountain going to try to keep the momentum here and see if they can go up by 2 scores after their defense makes a stop. The Tigers able to get a 1st down on that opening drive, but then stopped on 4th and 1. And now Oregon Mountain, who has moved the ball pretty well with the exception of that interception on the screen. They've looked good offensively. And we've got a penalty on the far side. There was one of the Tigers, I guess, coming across. And so it's a 5-yard penalty. So Alamogordo's picked up back-to-back penalties. And now 1st and 5 for Oregon Mountain. 2 wide receivers to each side. As Perez takes the snap, and he will just run it straight ahead. And Perez got the 1st down, and then is brought down right after that. Is going to get a gain of about 6 or 7. That offensive line for Oregon Mountain is creating some holes. The Tigers are not getting into the backfield consistently. They've had a few where they have, but there's been a lot of times where the runner, whether it's Jones or Perez, has found himself 4 or 5 yards past the line of scrimmage before somebody touches him. And the shotgun. And the snap goes over his head. Perez goes back to get it, and he's going to get away from the first defender. He's going to get away from the second defender, and he ends up the near sideline, and he's going to have positive yardage on this play on one that the Tigers should have had him in the backfield. But a heck of a run there by Perez as he crosses midfield to the 48 and picks up a gain of 5. And a huge opportunity missed for the Tigers to get Oregon Mountain behind the sticks. Instead, ends up being just fine for Oregon Mountain as they get to the 49-yard line. So it'll just be a gain of 4, but still, that could have been a loss of 8, 9, 10. Ready for the snap. Ball's in the near hash. And the handoff does go to Jones. Jones breaks one tackle and trying to escape another. Still fighting hard, but doesn't get any more yardage after the contact. So he's kind of going laterally and is brought down over at the far hash. Picks up 2. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4. Looking for the Tigers' 43-yard line here. We've got 43 seconds left in the first quarter on the Richland Motor scoreboard. Organ Mountain 6, Alamogordo nothing. Knights are running a player off late. I'm always confused on when that is actually an illegal substitution. Okay, now the official does call. I was going to say they broke the huddle with 12. So that should be a 5-yard penalty. The official didn't call it for a little while, but that's kind of a weird deal. I mean, you see guys running off late, offense and defense at times, and I know with the defense it's usually at the snap, but I guess if you don't huddle, that's when you can see guys running in and out in that fashion. So what would have been a 3rd and medium is now 3rd and long here for Organ Mountain. Tigers looking for a stop. Ball back on the Organ Mountain side of the field. Perez will pull the handoff and is met by Kamari Morale, who stays right with him and gets him down. Kamari Morale with the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And we'll see what Organ Mountain does on a 4th and 9. Looks like Organ Mountain will punt it away. So big stop there for the Tiger defense. I think that's going to be the last play of the first quarter as the clock will run out. And that is one here at the Dreams in Las Cruces. The Organ Mountain Knights 6 and the Alamogordo Tigers nothing. Okay, now the officials have noticed that it's the end of the first quarter. I don't know if they needed the buzzer or something there. They did realize it. I was waiting to see if they were going to run a play with no time on the clock for just a moment there. All right, we will take a break. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Just a moment, a call for a fair catch just inside the 20-yard line. Really nice punt from the Oregon Mountain kicker as he sends it to the 16, 17-yard line. Tigers will start, it looks like, at the 17-yard line. Tigers switching directions here. They're going from right to left now, headed towards the north end zone. And they're looking for their first score of the game. Kind of got bogged down a little bit on that last drive after a 3-and-out. As Best ready to take the snap out of the shotgun. He will hand it off to Hergenrader. Nope, he will keep it himself. Fooled me. And he's going to get positive yardage as he crosses the line of scrimmage, across the 20 and up to the 25, 26-yard line. Very good gain on first down for Alamogordo. And they are ready to go. Gain of 8. Here's the snap. This time he does give it to Hergenrader. Hergenrader up the middle. Makes a man miss at the 40, at the 45, 50. He's trying to run away with it to the 30. He's got a man on his tail, and he's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. A huge gain for the Tigers as the Alamogordo offensive line created the hole, and Hergenrader takes it all the way to the Oregon Mountain. Let's see, the 12-yard line is what they call it. And ready to go again. Snap over the head of Best. Best is just going to fall on at the 20. And the Tigers with a big loss. Kind of interesting, they haven't even had the chain set. The Tigers are ready to go, though. So Hergenrader. Let's see, 25, 25. That's 50. That was a 62-yard run. Here's the snap. Quick run to the right. Best trying to bounce it to the outside. He's going to turn the corner. There's going to be a penalty flag, though. I think they're going to call, is it going to be a block in the back or a hold? But right at the point of attack, they call a penalty on the Tigers. Let's see the call again from the official. I couldn't tell if he went hold or, but touchdown's going to be taken off the board. Tigers showing, I mean, we've seen it a little bit in the last couple of games, their ability to get the quick attack going, but unfortunately, the quick attack of it has caused them some problems here. This is all the way back to the 30. The Tigers need the 3 for a first down, so it's first and 27, or second and 27, I'm sorry. So now you're maybe just trying to get it into field goal range. 3 wide receivers to the top, one of the bottom, balls between the hashes. Again, the snap was high. Best pump fakes. He's going to throw. He's got a man open. He underthrew him. He's going to be down at the 10 because he had to dive to make the catch, but it works out great. The pressure in Best's face, he wasn't really able to step into the pass, but he was able to get it to his man all the way to the 9. It's a 21-yard gain. It's Bowman on the completion and makes it third and very manageable here now, third and about 7. And they're going to throw to the end zone, and that one was almost intercepted. The corner had the inside look on it, Zico Gomez. I would think this is field goal range if you're the Tigers. Doesn't look like Alamogordo's interested in kicking it, though. They will go for it on 4th and 7, or at minimum, we'll try and draw Oregon Mountain offsides possibly. We'll see. Yeah, no rush here from Best. I think Coach Cisco will call a timeout. I think you're okay with it. Based on where you were on 2nd and 20 or 30, 27 or whatever it was, I don't think you hate the idea of kicking a field goal here, but we'll see what the Tigers decide to do after the timeout. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Oregon Mountain 6, Alamogordo nothing. Scoreboard says 3rd and 7, but it is 4th and 7. I also don't hate the decision to go for 4th and 7 is kind of tough. You're going for the end zone here, I think, if you're going to keep the offense on the field. So we'll see what the Tigers have for 10-yard plays. The shame of it all is they have the defense beat on that. It was a touchdown if Best can really get into the throw, but the Oregon Mountain defensive line had gotten into the backfield, and the fact that he's able to get it away, and here comes Alamogordo to try a field goal. So it'll be from the far hash. It'll be spotted at the 16, so it's a 26-yard field goal. Hayden's definitely got the leg for this. It is a tough angle, though. Hergen Raider holds. And it's a good hold. Kick is up. Looks like it's good. It is. So Aiden Vasquez knocks through the 26-yard field goal, and the Tigers are on the board. It's a 6-3 ball game with 9:58 to go in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And we'll be back here to Las Cruces in the Field of Dreams. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Teens are usually better than adults when it comes to computers and technology. But when it comes to saving money, parents and grandparents usually have the leg up on the younger generation. With a teen savings account, you might just turn your teen spender into a teen saver. Stop by and open one today. Local Credit Union, 808 Washington Avenue, federally insured by NCUA. Visit them at localcreditunion.com and follow them on Facebook.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Carbon copy of the Tigers' opening kickoff line drive that gets taken by one of the up men, and he slides down before any contact as he gets to the 30. And that's where Oregon Mountain's offense will begin. Going left to right here in the second quarter with 9:54 remaining. It's the Knights 6, the Tigers 3, balls in the near hash. Tigers with 5 right at the line of scrimmage. Perez in the pistol with 3 wide receivers and a lead back to the right. And he will drop straight back to pass, looking down the field, still looking. He's got protection, but he's going to overthrow his wide receiver crossing at the 40-yard line towards the near sideline. Was, again, looking for number 10, Anthony Gomez. That has been his target in this game. I think all 3 of his 4 passes. I'm not sure who he was intending. I think it was Jones, the running back, on that screenplay that got intercepted. But now 1 of 4 passing for Perez. 2 receivers at the bottom, 1 at the top. Ball still in near hash, 2nd and 10 for Oregon Mountain. Even though the far marker still shows first down. Here's the handoff. Jones taking it up the middle, and he is going to be brought down. They're going to call a horse collar tackle, but I mean, he had the back of his jersey. I guess that means he's inside the collar. Personal foul. Yeah, they'll call a horse collar tackle on Alamogordo. So unfortunately, the penalty is mounting up a little bit here on Alamogordo, as they now have 35 yards in penalties, 4 of those. And this penalty after the run takes it all the way to the 47-yard line of the Alamogordo side of the field. Apologies on getting connected there. The Knights get it to the 28-yard line here. They had a completion from the 47 out to the 33-yard line. And it's 2nd down and 5. Perez takes the snap, and he will hand it off. And Test will get the carry this time. And he's going to be close to the first down marker. As the Knights take it inside the Alamogordo 25, he will not have the first down. As he picks up 4. And is about a yard shy of a first down. So Test now at a running back after we'd seen Jones for the majority of the game. Perez will give it to Test, and he'll go straight ahead. A little more aggressive running style from Test. But he's got the first down to the 21-yard line. Oregon Mountain going left to right here, now closer to the far hash. And so the Knights move the chains again. 7:42 to go here in the second quarter. It's Oregon Mountain 6, Alamogordo 3. Tigers defense trying to stiffen up here. Trying to keep Oregon Mountain from taking a 2-score lead. Just 1 wide receiver, so going a little bit heavy here. 2 backs in the backfield along with Perez. He takes the snap. We'll use both those guys as lead backs, and he is going to be contacted by Marcus Bryant Jr., came slashing in from his cornerback position, and he's going to keep him to a minimum gain. That was a good solo tackle there from Marcus. Just 2 yards on the carry. And so 2nd and 8 for Oregon Mountain. They have missed an extra point, so I'm not sure how confident they are in their field goal kicker, so this may be, and again, they go heavy here. I formation. See if they run that inside toss again. No, it'll be a handoff to the fullback who goes straight ahead. We do have a penalty flag on the ground right at the point of attack. Personal foul face mask on Alamogordo. So it'll be half the distance to the goal after the run, and so it'll be Oregon Mountain first down. Ended up being a gain of about 7. So it'll be first and goal now from the 6. Knights again will go I formation. And here's the handoff again to the fullback, straight ahead, across the 5 and to the 4, so it's a gain of 2. And so the Knights just trying to kind of bully their way into the end zone, as they've used this for an inside toss, but also have also used it with the fullback. Now they're going to go to the pistol, running back to the right, running back behind Perez. Perez will hand it off. Jones will work his way to the right. And is there a fumble? Alamogordo's pointing the other direction. What's the call here? Do we have a fumble? Is it Alamogordo football? Alamogordo says it is. Officials are talking it over right now. It's Alamogordo football. Big turnover for the Tigers. As the ball came loose, Jones had the carry, and you could tell the Tigers right away thought that it was a fumble, and the officials were not very quick to make the decision on it, but the Tigers, with the Knights at the goal line, force a turnover. What a huge play there for the Tigers. They'll start on their own 2-yard line, but they keep the Knights out of the end zone, and with 5:53 to go here in the second quarter, the Tigers get their offense back out onto the field. 2 turnovers forced by the Tiger defense tonight. Handoff goes to Hergenrader. He goes to the right side, gives him some room as he crosses the 5. And he will take it to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on first down. And the Tigers right back to the line of scrimmage. Best will pull it out and then try to run on the near side. He's in some trouble here. He's going to reverse field out to the far side, and he's got a lane. He's up the far sideline, and he will carry it all the way to the 20. So the second time tonight we've seen a quarterback make something out of just a terrible circumstance. Unless we've got a penalty here. So they're calling a penalty on Alamogordo. What was the call? Are they calling it a legal block in the back? What was the call? The official's not doing a very good job of making his calls to be noticed up here. I guess it was a hold. I don't know. But sometimes when you reverse fields like that, you put your offensive linemen in tough positions. It's going to end up being 2nd and 9. So it's not a huge, huge penalty for the Tigers. Well, it is huge from the standpoint the Tigers would have had a first down to 20. Best will run to the left side. Not much there as he's going to be brought down. And so the penalties are starting to mount up a little bit here on the Tigers. That really took the air out of what would have probably been a good drive for Alamogordo. We'll see what they can do on 3rd and 9. In fact, he may have lost a yard on that carry, 3rd and 10. Best will take the snap, and he'll roll to his left. He loses the football, and I think Oregon Mountain's going to fall on it in the end zone. No, it's just going to be a safety. The Tigers fall on it in the end zone. So it is a safety for Oregon Mountain. And so Best had rolled out to his left. And I couldn't tell if a Knight player actually got a hand on it or if he just lost it all by himself. But the mistakes, it's been penalties more than anything else tonight, but the mistakes are racking up here for the Tigers. It's 8-3 Oregon Mountain now. And the Tigers will free kick it away. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. But the Tigers, with the penalty after the long run, would have had it first down at the 20. Instead, it was second down and 9 near the goal line. The Tigers got stopped for a short loss and then tried to run a pass play out of the end zone, and it did not go well. So the Tigers will kick it away from the 20. I think obviously the goal here is to not let Oregon Mountain score. It'll end up being a net positive if you're the Tigers, if Oregon Mountain can't get in the end zone, because they were going in for a touchdown, which would have been, at least 13 to 3. Instead, if it's 8-3, that's if the Tigers can make a stop here. And they will kick it off high and deep this time, all the way back to the 25, to the 30, to the 40, up the near sideline 50, to the 40, still on his feet and brought down at the 30-yard line. So the Tigers changed up strategies there and decided to kick it deep. And the Knights will get it all the way to the Alamogordo 30-yard line. Yeah, I think seeing a little bit of why the Tigers don't necessarily kick it off deep. And we had heard Coach talk about that just in terms of, who they're having on special teams. And you sometimes got some younger guys, less experienced guys out on the field in those positions. So here come the Knights trying to take advantage. Jones, though, is going to run to the left side and get swallowed up as the Tigers' number 54, Noel Garza, gets in there for the stop. And that's actually going to be a loss of 1. So 2nd and 11. Now, the Tigers have put it on the defense's back a little bit here in the first quarter. And I got to say, if they can get out of the quarter with a 5-point deficit and get the ball to begin the second half, I don't think they're going to be terribly upset with that result. As Perez takes the snap, and he will keep it this time. Goes up the middle of the field and is going to be brought down as he gets to the 25-yard line. So it'll be a gain of about 6 as he gets the lost yardage +1, or +5, I should say. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Oregon Mountain. And so it'll be 3rd and 5, closer to the far hash at the Alamogordo 25-yard line. In kind of an unusual first half. As Perez takes the snap, drops back to pass. Still looking. Now the Tigers are after him in the backfield. Here's a late throw, and into some traffic. It falls incomplete. Was looking for Test at the numbers on the far sideline. And Oregon Mountain kind of in no man's land here. You expect them to go for it. On 4th and 5 at the 25. Definitely not punting in this spot, but I don't think they've got the field goal kicker to knock one in from here. Big opportunity for the Tiger defense under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Oregon Mountain moving some guys around on the line from the left side to the right side. Perez takes the snap, and he will hand it off, and Test breaks free and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So just a straight handoff and ran to the right side, and it's a 25-yard touchdown for Oregon Mountain. Well, they had overloaded the offensive line to the near side. Tigers really didn't shift anything when Oregon Mountain moved the guys from the left side to the right side. I'm not sure that made any difference one way or the other, but that's the direction they ran the football, and the extra point is good. So Oregon Mountain leads 15-3, 2:53 to go in the second quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers still have some time to try and get one in here before the end of the half. We'll see if they can do it. You're listening to Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
For a limited time only, OSU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to end without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Tigers fake the trick play on the kickoff as Hergenrader kept it himself and takes it all the way to the 30-yard line. And that's where the Tiger offense will take over. Alamogordo's got 2 timeouts, so plenty of opportunities here to try and get some points before the half, but the offense has just not been clicking. They've had a couple of big plays, but penalties in this first half have killed Alamogordo, and not being able to make some stops in key moments as well. So here's the handoff to Hergenrader. Hergenrader left side, and he's got some room as he will take it all the way across the 40 to the 45. So big gain on first down for Alamogordo. Definitely the way you want to start a drive with short time. And he picks up 15. And the Tigers with the ball at their own 45-yard line. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Best will keep it himself, uses Hergenrader as a lead back, and then loses the football. It bounces forward and is recovered by Oregon Mountain. Going up the far sideline to the 50, to the 45-40, and knocked out of bounds. And the Tigers turn it over, and Oregon Mountain's going to have an opportunity to really put it to the Tigers here before the end of the half. Yeah, Best was going right up the middle, and I think one of the Oregon Mountain players came from behind and punched it loose. Tigers' offensive line and Hergenrader created some good room, and the things that have woed the Tigers this year are starting to mount up. The safety, which you can essentially call that a turnover, but they're another one. And tonight it's been penalties, which really has not been a problem for Alamogordo, but it has been a tough first half for the Tigers. And Oregon Mountain, if they can score before the half, put themselves in a great position to win this football game. Here's the snap. Perez will hand it off. Jones will take it to the right side. We've got penalty flags coming in everywhere. So we'll see. I don't think Oregon Mountain has been penalized tonight. As it'll be a hold on Oregon Mountain, so almost shocked at this point. Not saying the officials are making incorrect calls, but it's just been that kind of night for Alamogordo where the penalties have gone against them all night long. So 2:16 to go in the second quarter. It's Oregon Mountain 15, Alamogordo 3. Now, definitely now that you've got Oregon Mountain first and 20, can't let them get points. They'll, again, similar to the play we saw on the touchdown, they shift their offensive line, 2 guys from the right side to the left side this time. And they will give it to Jones, and goes to the left side. He's got a huge hole on the left side. We've got a penalty flag that's going to come in late, so this may not count. He has got the first down if the play holds. But let's wait and see what the call is, as he is across the 30, or the 25 to the 23. So it is going to be a holding penalty, it looks like, on Oregon Mountain. I don't think that was personal foul face mask. I think it was a hold. I will say the official has not done a very good job of clearly making the calls times tonight. I'm sitting here going, maybe that's what it is. It may have been a face mask. I don't know. But I thought I saw him go hold. So it looks like they're going to call it from the spot of the foul, which the spot of the foul is the 42. And let's see what the yardage is. Okay, it was a face mask. So that takes it all the way to the 43-yard line. So first and forever, they're calling it 31. They need the Alamogordo 26 for a first down. They're on their own 43. Here is a handoff. And Jones going to be brought down, and another penalty flag. Let's see what the call is here. I think it's going to be an Oregon Mountain by the by the reaction of the Oregon Mountain offensive lineman. I think Alamogordo is going to take the penalty. They'll keep pushing them back. No, they declined it this time, actually. So I guess Alamogordo will. I think they're hoping to get the ball back before the end of the half. It's just a gain of 2 on the carry, so the Tigers go ahead and let that penalty go. Actually, I think it was just a gain of 1. So it'll be second down. Second down and 30. Ball at their own 44. Again, they need the Alamogordo 26 for a first down. Clock stopped with 1:45 remaining in the first half. And Jones will get the ball on the left side and gets a good push in front of him. Crosses the 50 out to the 49-yard line and gets a gain of 8. I think the Tigers will wait to use a timeout until they see what happens here on third down. Oregon Mountain's going to be in no hurry. And I think if you're Alamogordo, you definitely have to try and get some points here. Let's wait and see what happens on this play first. Jones gets to the left side. We've got penalty flags on the far side of the field. Jones gets back past the original line of scrimmage as he carries it to the 35. That was so far away from the play. It's, I think, an illegal formation on Oregon Mountain, because they let the play go. If it had been a false start, then it would have. I think if you're Alamogordo, you take the penalty here because that's a pretty good gain. And Oregon Mountain, I think, would contemplate going for it on fourth down there. And the clock also stops in the penalty, so you'll go ahead and let them run a play here on third and still very long. It's back to the 46-yard line. They would have had it at the Alamogordo 36 or 35 if they had declined the penalty. Well, I guess they are going to roll the clock. I would have thought that would have kept the clock stopped. So Oregon Mountain's going to let the time roll out, and I think Alamogordo's. I don't think they're going to stop it. I don't blame Coach Cisco maybe in wanting to get to the locker room here. Perez takes the snap. He'll hand it off left side. Jones. He won't get much there. Gets to the 50. Alamogordo does call a timeout with 40 seconds remaining. Yeah, I think certainly you try and force Oregon Mountain. You just make them punt it. Things happen on punt plays. Of course, the way this first half, unfortunately, has kind of gone for the Tigers, you're almost concerned of whether it's going to happen to the other team or is it going to happen to you at this point. All right, so teams talking things over. 40 seconds remaining in the second. It's Oregon Mountain 15, Alamogordo 3. We'll have some stats coming up for you on the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show coming up in just a little while. We're checking on some scores from around the state if we got them. But the penalties really started to rack up there for Oregon Mountain, kind of starting to even itself out. And that's why I made the comment earlier. It wasn't that the officials were getting calls wrong. It was just it was very one-sided on the penalties in the first half. And you almost expected any flag that dropped was going to be on Alamogordo. We'll see the Tigers try to get really aggressive here and go after the punt. They'll have one timeout. And the Tigers do come after it. And the kick is pretty good. Fair catch called for. It's muffed. And Oregon Mountain's got it. Now Bowman came up to try and make the grab, and he will not be able to hold on to it. And at the 15-yard line, Oregon Mountain will have the football. So that's 3 turnovers for Alamogordo in the first half. If you throw in the turnover on downs, it's 4. It has just been one of those nights for the Tigers. No pun intended there with the opposing team, but Alamo has had their problems here. We'll see if they can keep Oregon Mountain out here with 31 seconds remaining. Unfortunately, I foreshadowed it. I guess that's the announcer's jinx. I said you know you're trying to make a play and see if something happens. Unfortunately, it happened to the Tigers, and so the Knights will again line up heavy. 1 wide receiver, 2 running backs, everybody else in the line. Perez will give it to Jones. Jones pushing straight up the middle, and he's shy of the 10-yard line. Gets to the 13. Oregon Mountain will call a timeout. 7 seconds ran off the clock. 22 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And so it's a gain of 3. Timeout by Oregon Mountain. Let's go ahead and fit one in ourselves. Coming up on halftime, it's Oregon Mountain 15, Alamogordo 3. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The winners.
So here we go on 2nd and 7 with 22 seconds left. Oregon Mountain has the ball just outside the Alamogordo 10 going left to right. They'll spread it out a bit more here with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 3 men in the backfield, quarterback and 2 backs. And straight back to pass here is Perez. He will throw it behind his receiver again. Was looking for number 10, Anthony Gomez, but was behind everybody. Pretty good coverage there from the Tigers. And so 3rd and 7 with 18 seconds left. You know, I watched their kicker on the extra point. He's got a good leg, so I would think from this distance, if it's straight away still between the hashes, if they don't get it here on 3rd down, feels like you'd give that young man a chance, but we'll see. So it's 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. And again, 2 men in the backfield along with the quarterback, Perez. Jones, the running back, to his left. Perez, again, straight back to pass. Looking, goes back corner of the end zone, and he will overthrow everybody. 12 seconds remaining. And yes, they will try a field goal. So for the Tigers, you're actually okay with that. It keeps it a 2-possession game. It'll be a 15-point difference if he makes the field goal. And it's not a gimme. They'll, looks like mark it or spot it at the 21, so it's about a 20-yard line. So it's a 30-yard field goal. Number 47 for Oregon Mountain. I'll get you his name here in a second. Good snap. Kick is up, and it's short. No, they say it went through. It got over the crossbar. I thought it was just a little bit short. That just leaked over the crossbar with 7 seconds remaining. And so if you're the Tigers, you're okay with that. You fumble it with 30-something seconds at your own 15-yard line, and you hold them to a field goal. And again, 2-possession game. You're going to go into the locker room, try and settle yourself down and see if you can come out of the locker room and put some points on the board, make it a 1-possession game, and then see if your defense can make a stop. And, I mean, I'll be honest, let's be honest, as bad as his first half has been for Alamogordo, to be within 15 points, it's definitely doable to come back in this game. Biggest thing here on the kickoff for the Tigers is take care of the football. I don't think the offense will get a chance. I would imagine Oregon Mountain will squib it. Give Alamogordo an opportunity to anything resembling a good kickoff return. And they'll line drive it and send it into the end zone. So there is no kickoff return. And by the way, number 47 for Oregon Mountain is Julian Mata, who made the field goal there. So Julian Mata, 30-yard field goal. I'm not sure if an Alamogordo player got a hand on it, the way that the ball was kind of spinning. But yeah, I generally thought from up here that it did not cross the crossbar, but I am much further away than than the guys that were under the uprights. So Best will hand it off to Hergenrader, takes it to the left side, and Dillon will be tripped up as he crosses the 25 and gets to the 30. It's about a gain of 10, and that is the end of the half. So a half to forget for the Tigers as they end up turning the ball over 4 times with the safety, the turnover on downs, and 2 fumbles. And we'll see what the Tigers can get figured out as they head to the locker room. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's the Knights 18, the Tigers 3. And we'll return for the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show when we return here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Are you ready for back to school? At Local Credit Union, we are all about supporting education in our community. We also know that your finances can play a big part in your success. Stop by today and ask about a back to school loan, open a new account, or learn about our CDs. Apply online today at localcreditunion.com or see us at 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, federally insured, NCUA.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to end without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's Oregon Mountain 18 and Alamogordo 3, and just not a very strong first half for the Tigers. They get a turnover on the first drive for Oregon Mountain, get the interception. Isaac Lara pulled it away for the Tigers, and they got the ball all the way down to the about 20-yard line. And on a 4th and 1, we're unable to pick up the first down. Oregon Mountain, after that, would take it down the field, get it in the end zone. They'd miss the extra point, and it would make it a 6-0 ball game. The Tigers would go 3 and out following that. Oregon Mountain would also be forced to punt it away on their next drive. And the Tigers, with 9:58 to go in the second quarter, would work their way down the field mainly on the strength of a long run from Dylan Hergenrader and then a nice pass from Nate Best to Tristan Bowman. That could have been a touchdown, but unfortunately, Oregon Mountain defense kind of got in the face of Nate, and he really couldn't get into the throw, and so Tristan had to dive to make the play. And then the Tigers ended up kicking a field goal, which Aiden Vasquez knocked in from 26 yards out. The Knights would move down the field and get inside the Tiger 5. They would fumble at the 2-yard line. Tigers would recover. Alamo looked like they were going to have a first down at about the 20, but a penalty called on them, pushed him back. And then on a 3rd and long, they tried a pass play from the end zone. And as he was rolling out to his left, Nathaniel Best lost the football. He was able to get back on it and ended up getting sacked for a safety, and so that made it 8-3. The Knights would work it to a 4th and 5 on the ensuing drive after the free kick at about the 25-yard line, and ran a little play where they shifted their offensive line from one side to the other and busted a big run as Riley Test ran it in from 25 yards out. And the Tigers would get the ball back there before the end of the half. We're about midfield when Nathaniel Best had the ball knocked out. The Knights would, meanwhile, fumble it, or I should say fumble, had multiple penalties and got pushed back and had to punt with about 40 seconds left. The Tigers muffed the punt, and the Knights would get it at their own 30-yard line, or at the Tigers' 30-yard line. And they were unable to move it much. I should say they got it at the Tigers' 15-yard line. But with not many timeouts and limited time on the clock, Oregon Mountain settled for a field goal that just leaked over the crossbar, and that got us to half at 18-3. But the Tigers have forced a couple of turnovers. They've knocked out a fumble. They've picked up an interception, but they've muffed a punt. They've fumbled it. They've been sacked for a safety, and they've also, on a 4th and 1, ended up not being able to get a first down. So three turnovers. I mean, I consider a safety a turnover, but I guess technically it would be 2. So I guess the turnover ratio would be 2-2, but just mistakes for the Tigers. Penalties in the first half have definitely been a big problem for the Tigers, and so, you know, Alamo, they're still in the game, is what I'll say. Is they can come out here at second half, go down the field and score. You know, it's a one-possession game, and, you know, they're right back in it. So as frustrating as I'm sure that first half was, and here's one thing I'll say about the Tigers is they've been in this position a lot this season. So, you know, they should know how to handle it. But a lot of credit to Oregon Mountain. They've ran the ball exceptionally well in this first half. The quarterback, Perez, has got 54 yards rushing, 76 yards rushing for the freshman, Romeo Jones. He also has a touchdown run for Riley Test, who's got 32 yards rushing. Neither team has passed the ball well. Dylan Hergenrader's got 90 yards rushing on 6 carries, and Nathaniel Best 28 yards rushing on the evening. So we'll see if the Tigers can get it turned around in the second half. You're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show. It's Oregon Mountain 18, Alamogordo 3. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Teens are usually better than adults when it comes to computers and technology. But when it comes to saving money, parents and grandparents usually have the leg up on the younger generation. With a teen savings account, you might just turn your teen spender into a teen saver. Stop by and open one today. Local Credit Union, 808 Washington Avenue, federally insured by NCUA. Visit them at localcreditunion.com and follow them on Facebook.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Join Stand Up to Cancer and Jazz Pharmaceuticals to raise awareness of small cell lung cancer and accelerate the pace of research. Ask your healthcare provider about screening options that might be right for you or a loved one. Visit standuptocancer.org/lung to learn more.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to in without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
This is the Otero Federal Credit Union halftime show on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. It's Oregon Mountain 18, Alamogordo 3. Other scores from around the state of New Mexico. Artesia leading Gadsden 30-20. That looks like it's a pretty entertaining game. Legacy Academy up on McCurdy 41-0. Highland leads Rio Grande 22-6. Belen beating up on Del Norte, 42-0. I lost my place here. Of course I did. The Lovington Wildcats up on Goddard 25-6. Most of these scores are close to halftime, if not already at half. West Las Vegas leading Santa Rosa 14-0. Dexter up 51-0 on Cobre. Dexter's impressive this year. Oregon Mountain 18-3. Lead over Alamogordo. Yeah, we know that score. Las Cruces 27-7. They are leading Hobbs. That one at half. Mayfield up on Santa Teresa 30-6. Poake Valley 32-0 leading Hojo Academy. Tahachi's leading Gallup 30-12. La Cueva 28-0 on Farmington in the first half. Socorro leading Hot Springs 7-0 at halftime. Jowl against a non-varsity opponent. I'm not sure which JV team they're playing, but they're leading them 20-7. Rio Rancho 20-14 on top of Eastlake. Navajo Prep 20-8 leading Santa Fe Indian. The Robinson Cardinals up 28-7 on Raton. Crown Point leads Wingate 14-0. Los Alamos beating Capital 21-0. Bloomfield has already finished off Aztec 53-0. Cleveland 14-13 is leading Pebble Hills out of El Paso. Kirtland Central trailing Grants 28-13. Espanola Valley 20. Unfortunately, don't have any other scores for you guys for Tularosa, who are playing Capitan tonight. And, of course, Mescalero Apaches at Hagerman Lake Arthur this evening as well. So those are your scores from around the state. We'll take another break. We'll also hear from our Tiger Athlete of the Week, who's Aaron Borrego of Tiger Cross Country. They are running tomorrow over at New Mexico Military Institute in Roswell. And best of luck to them and Mescalero Apache as well, as they'll be running over there on Saturday morning. We'll return here to the Field of Dreams with the Alamogordo Tigers trailing 18-3 on the Rich Zamora scoreboard. We'll be back.
This is your Alamo Sports Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winner Circle and Tularosa Communications. This week's athlete is Leo Rick of Tiger Sun.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Are you ready for back to school? At Local Credit Union, we are all about supporting education in our community. We also know that your finances can play a big part in your success. Stop by today and ask about a back to school loan, open a new account, or learn about our CDs. Apply online today at localcreditunion.com or see us at 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, federally insured, NCUA.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
This is your Alamo Sports Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winner Circle and Tularosa Communications. This week's athlete is Aaron Borrego of Tiger Cross Country.
Let's talk about your season so far. What is it? How have you felt like you've run over the first few meets of the season?
Starting off with the first meet, we're only 3 meets in, but I'd say first meet started off a little rocky. My finish wasn't as good as I wanted it to, and with the help of my parents and stuff and peers around me, I feel like I found a good ritual before a meet, food to eat the night before, the morning of, and stuff to drink, vitamins to take. And, after the first meet, second meet, I came back for the home meet and it went very well, actually. I was pretty happy with my finish and my time. With this third meet, Ruidoso, it's a pretty challenging course with the hills and the heat. It was a pretty hot day too. We ran late morning, 10, and I finished, second on the team. It was a really good race, really, really good time for the course, but yeah.
Well, and you talked about that first meet. That Fort Stanton course is pretty difficult, right?
Yeah, it's hot and it's the hills. It's just a consistent climb, and then you go back down and right back up into another loop. It's pretty crazy.
How do you feel like the team has come along so far? I know Matthew's been running well, and you've obviously been running well. How's everybody else been doing from your perspective?
I'd say the boys' team is shaping up really, really well, especially Zach and Dakota. They're filling in some spots that we missed last year, and I feel like, especially with my improvement, I'm also filling in a good spot, good mid-ground, with Omar and Jack being the top 2 last year, and of course Matthew was there with them, but there was just a really huge gap. But I feel like this year it's more well-rounded.
And how about cross country? And what made you decide, I want to go do that? Were you younger? Where were you and at what age did you start doing it?
Well, funny enough, I've been running since I'd say 6th grade. My dad always had a want for me to become an athlete of some sort, and he knew football and all those other sports weren't my thing. And so he was like, you should just try running. Then 8th grade, joined track, and I was a sprinter. But yeah, sophomore year, I was like, I might as well give it a shot because it seems like I'd be good at it because I was no good at sprinting.
What is it you like about cross country?
I'd say the best thing I like about cross country is that the spirit, the energy of cross country is a lot more laid back. You know, you see some kids coming in at not such great times, but they're still being cheered on because cross country is not easy at all.
Congratulations on being Athlete of the Week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As we're ready for the second half, Oregon Mountain going onside. Tigers unable to get to it. And I think Oregon Mountain recovered it. They did. Now, the Tigers, they had a man right there, and it did go the 10 yards. And when he went to try and grab it, he could not secure it. And, well, the Tigers, it's been one of those nights. We'll see if the defense can make a stop. So here we go, first down at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom, ball's in the near hash. And here is the handoff to Jones, looking to the right side, trying to take it straight up the middle now. And he'll have positive yardage to the 40, to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down and 3. Well, a score here from Oregon Mountain is really going to put the Tigers in dire straits. So we know what the defense is needing to do here. Perez takes the snap, and he will give it to Jones. Jones to the right side, breaks through the first line, and then is finally brought down as he crosses the 30. One Tiger had a hand on him but couldn't bring him down, and he takes it all the way to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and it's a first down. Oregon Mountain's offense has been very good all night. They've been consistent, move the ball. They've had their mistakes with it, whether it be penalties or a couple of turnovers here and there, but consistently they have been able to run the ball on the Tigers tonight. Small in the far hash at the 26-yard line. First and 10 for Oregon Mountain. They lead 18-3. And pulling it out and running it is Perez. Perez, it'll be brought down as he gets to the 15-yard line. It will be swung down to the 11. And it's a first down run as he picks up 15. And again, that mesh play has been superb tonight. The quarterback Perez has pulled it out of the gut of his running back at the right time, just as one of the Tiger defenders is getting to him and making the right read. I don't know if the Tigers somebody was told, hey, to expect an onside kick there, but you had a person in position and just didn't make the play. Perez looking to pass. Now he's in trouble, trying to bounce out of the pocket, and he is going to be brought down in the backfield for a big loss all the way at the 20. And it looked like Nathan Sarasaris was the one that kind of instigated the sack, and then Kamari Morale and a couple of the Tigers in on the mix. And so second down and long. Certainly the kind of play the Tigers defense was hoping for. And second down and 18. So a loss of 8. 2 receivers at the top and 1 at the bottom. Ball's in the far hash. And here is the handoff. Jones tries to carry it straight up the middle. There is nothing there. Tigers defense stands tall and gets him at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And so third and long. Well, judging on that last field goal, this would be beyond the distance because he barely got it over the crossbar. So they would need to pick up probably about 10 yards or so to put it in field goal range for Julian Mata. And again, maybe that was just a miss hit, and he is capable. So 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Perez back to pass, a little bit of pressure, throws down the middle of the field. Ball is deflected off the hands of the receiver Test and incomplete. test with a pad of his helmet in frustration. And got to think Oregon Mountain goes for it. Tigers desperately need this stop. Oregon Mountain can get a first down without a touchdown. They'd have to get it all the way to the 3. But it's 4th and 18, so the big sack, and then a stop on second down and incompletion, and it's 4 wide receivers. Perez straight back to pass. Looking, still looking. Now rolling out to his left. He gets cut off on the left side, now working back over to the far side, and he has got a lane. He is going to be shy of the first down. There was a penalty flag anyway. It would have been holding on Oregon Mountain. I assume you just go ahead and take the result of the play because it's a turnover on downs. You don't give. Maybe Coach Sisko's going to go and let him run another, or take the penalty and push him back. It's a little risky if that is the case. Yeah, they're gonna make him run it again. It's one of those that you're playing with danger a little bit because who knows what happens. It's obviously they're going to have to score a touchdown. I mean, this is not quite just chuck it towards the end zone, but it kind of is. But you are giving them another opportunity on 4th and long to try and do something. I assume that's what they're doing. I don't know. Now the officials are discussing things. And so Coach Sisko may decide to just go ahead and take it at the zone 5 if it's shy of the first down on 4th down. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Yeah, I think that's – you just never know what's going to happen. You've got the ball on offense, even if it is at your own 5. I think you take the ball and the result of the play. And so the Tigers left 1st and 10. Well, the Tigers withstand the turnover on the onside kick, which, again, I don't know if that's technically a turnover, but the Tiger player was unable to field it, similar to a muff or something. It doesn't matter. It was going to be, if Oregon Mountain scores there, Tigers are in some trouble, but from their own 5 at the far hash, here's the handoff to Hergenrader to the left side. Dillon gets a crease and pushes it out near the first down spots to the 14. So get out of the shadow of their own goal line there. Gain of 9 for Hergenrader. By the way, I will say that was a heck of a run from Perez. I know it would have come back if he'd gotten the first down, but he did all he could on that play to make it interesting. Best will keep it and run straight up the middle. Best to the 30, got tripped up. He was almost into daylight, but just got grabbed at the shoelaces. But it's going to be a first down all the way to the 29 for the Tigers. A gain of 15. And Alamogordo moves the chains. Best to Hergenrader. Hergenrader to the left side. And not much. He does get 2. Over 100 yards rushing now for Dillon. And the Tigers with a 2nd and 8. Ball on the far hash, just across the 30-yard line on their own side of the field. He'll use Hergenrader as a lead back, Will Best, but he's not going to get much. Maybe a yard on the carry as the Oregon Mountain defense meets the Tigers at the point of attack and not much there. So it's 3rd and 7 now. And the ball at the 32. Yeah, I guess it will be 3rd and 7. Tigers down 18-3 if you're just tuning in. 7:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. The snap and the fake. Rolling to his left and looking to throw, and to the far sideline. I think it's a catch on the far sideline by Josiah Quinlan. And he's got the Alamogordo first down out to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 16. And And the Tigers move the chains, have it near midfield now. That was a tough throw at the far sideline on the run for Best. Quick throw is complete after it was bobbled around a little bit by Marcus Bryant Jr. And he is going to pick up some positive yardage here to the 47 on the Oregon Mountain side of the field. It's a gain of 5. Fake of the handoff, and Best will just push the pile forward, and I think he's going to be pretty close to the first down here. Initially looked like he was maybe going to be stopped for a loss, and then just kind of helped his offensive lineman who was engaged with the defender and pushed him right in the back forward for about 5 yards. Handoff goes to the right side. Couldn't tell who the Tiger carrier was, but he's got the first down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 4. I couldn't tell if that was Dylan again or if it's Tristan. Or it's Devin Barris. Sorry. So the Tigers, again, move the sticks. Hergen Raiders out at wide receiver now to the near side. And the handoff will go to Barris. That was kind of weird. I noticed that Marcus Bryant Jr., he wasn't even set on that play. I'm surprised they didn't call an illegal formation. He had his back to the play, but the handoff goes to Barris. It was away from where the play was happening, but no gain on the carry. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the snap, and a run goes to the left side. It's Best that keeps it as he crosses the 35 and gets kind of pushed forward in the pile to the 34. It's a gain of 7. Tigers just kind of went heavy to the left side, had Barris out there as a lead blocker. Hergen Raider was there as well, and we've got some whistles. 5:17 to go in the third quarter. And is there an injured player? Okay, I see Hergen Raider now getting escorted off the field with a couple of the Alamogordo Tigers athletic trainers, so maybe a little bit of a, I shouldn't say a little bit, but maybe a head injury of some kind with them making sure that he got off the field. And Best pulls the ball out from Bloom. Oh, he fumbled it. Tigers turn it over. I thought he just got stopped in the pile, but no, he fumbles it. And another fumble for the Tigers tonight. And Oregon Mountain will have it at their own 35-yard line. So a good drive, which it kind of stalled out. Or actually was still moving, but it was going to have a 4th and long possibly. Instead, it's just a turnover. Well, the Tigers with 3 fumbles now, and you throw in a safety and a muff punt. As here comes a handoff and not much there. It'll be a gain of 2. And the turnover bug, which has unfortunately been biting the Tigers a lot this season, has gotten a big chunk out of them tonight. Handoff goes to number 13, Jaden Gonzalez on the carry, his first carry of the night for Oregon Mountain. No, I'm sorry, his 3rd carry of the night. Picks up 2. 4:30 remaining in this third quarter on the Rich Samotor scoreboard. Tigers still trail 18-3. As Perez takes it and hands it off, Jones will just get behind some blockers, go straight ahead across the 40, and gets it to the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and Oregon Mountain will face a 3rd down at their own 42, needing the 46 for a first down. Ball be closer to the near hash. They're going right to left, heading towards the north end zone here at the Field of Dreams. And yet again, if Alamogordo can get a stop here, they're still in this ball game. One wide receiver to the top. Perez takes the snap, and he'll try to get behind the blockers to the right side. And he was being very patient, and then getting slung down by Kamarian Morale, and 2 penalty flags there at the end. They're going to say that was a horse collar tackle. Huh. I mean, I saw he kind of got slung down hard, but I didn't see that he had gotten inside the pads, and so, well, that's another costly play. That's been the other caveat or the other factor in tonight's game has been the penalties on the Tigers, and what would have been a stop and probably a punt for Oregon Mountain ends up being a first down. Well, wait a minute. What's going on now? Was there a penalty on Oregon Mountain as well, so it's going to be offsetting? Discussion going on with the Oregon Mountain coach, Kenny Sanchez, and the official. Okay, now they're marking it off. Initially, they were setting it up where the initial line of scrimmage was, and just a brutal penalty for Alamogordo. 15 yards, and Oregon Mountain's into Alamogordo territory at the 46. Trips to the bottom, one at the top for the Knights. Ball's in the far hash, or closer to the far hash. As Perez takes the snap, and a quick throw to the left side. I think that was very close to being a forward or backward pass, I thought, but the officials call it incomplete. Heck of a play, by the way, by Gianni Mogado, who got in there to break it up right away. But from up here, that looked like that was a backwards pass, but maybe it was just the force of Mogado getting in there and making the stop. 2nd and 10 here for Oregon Mountain. 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Tigers down by 15. 2 receivers to each side. Ball close to the far hash. And Perez pulled out the handoff late. Morale was there to grab him. We do have a penalty flag right near the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a hold on Oregon Mountain. And I think, no doubt, Alamogordo will take the penalty here. And put him in 2nd and 20. I think Oregon Mountain has shown they really haven't been able to throw the football very well tonight, but we'll see what they decide. They've completed just one pass out of 9 attempted. But they find themselves up 18-3. One wide receiver out to the top. And they're going to go heavy here, so they're going to try to run and get this back. Perez will give it to Jones, who takes it to the near side, and he'll work his way to about the original line of scrimmage. So gets back the penalty yardage, which I think it's not a net similar of what it would have been if the Tigers declined the penalty. I think Oregon Mountain would have had a 3rd and 8. So that was the right play call for Oregon Mountain. They just got big, and that formation, the Tigers have not had a lot of success against defensively. And so 3rd and 10, and Oregon Mountain's going to stick with it here. Just one wide receiver. 3 men in the backfield, everybody else in the line. And here's the snap. Perez going to keep it and trying to be patient, but was not getting a seam, and the Tigers were actually able to come around the outside from the far side of the play to get back there and bring him down shy of the line of scrimmage. And so, judging by the personnel coming in and out, I believe Oregon Mountain will punt it, which for the Tigers has not been a gimme, as they've muffed one punt tonight. But the Tiger defense makes the stop, similar to they did on that opening drive for Oregon Mountain after Oregon Mountain went onside kick. Tigers a little confused on personnel. They had one player running off. Now he's running back on. And here's the snap. Little low. Tigers try to get there, but it's a high and hanging punt. Fair catch called for, and Bowman wasn't clean, but he was able to grab it. He sort of went through his, was it Bowman this time? No, I think it was Efrain Hernandez, actually, that was back there for that. It was number 11. And so the Tigers start their own 9 and, kind of have to start over here. There's still lots of time left in this game, but they really start getting some points if they are going to come back in this game. Oregon Mountain's not putting them away, and they've had, I feel like, 2 pretty golden opportunities here to begin the second half. So if you're the Tigers, you got to make them pay for that and letting you kind of hang around in this game a bit. Pass out to the far side is grabbed by Quinlan on the bubble screen. It just didn't develop very quickly, and he tried to make some moves to get away from the defender, but it's going to be no gain on the completion. Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Hergenrader, who appears to be fine. He went into the Tigers' athletic training staff has gotten fancy. They've got one of those pop-up privacy tents on the sideline now, just like you see at college and pro games and stuff, and he went into that tent and checked out and came back out, so he's okay. 3-yard gain on the run. He does have over 100 yards rushing tonight. 3rd and 7 or 8. Best rolling out, looking to throw it, completes it, and I think it's going to be enough for a first down as he finds number 17, Drake DeRezzo. Yeah, he'll get to the 20 or to the 19-yard line. Are they not going to call that a first down? Okay, they do move the chains. They weren't moving it very quickly there. I thought, no, that's not a first down. All right, here we go. First down and 10 for Alamogordo. Ball at their own 20. Probably be the last play of the third quarter. Run play off to the left. Barris is the lead back, just kind of a quarterback sweep. And Best will get knocked down. I think he stayed in bounds. And so, yes, that will be the end of the quarter. It is a gain of 2 on the run and is the final play of the quarter. So we go to the fourth quarter with Alamogordo trailing 18-3 on the Rich Simoner scoreboard. This is Tiger Football on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019 on the Alamo Sports YouTube channel, on the Exciter Media app. Also, on alamosportsandtalk.com and on your Alexa device.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to end without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Nathaniel Best works it off the left after the read option, and he is across the 30 to the 31, and he's got the first down. It's a gain of 9. And the Tigers move the chains on a 2nd down and 8. Start of the fourth quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. As the Tigers trail 18-3. High snap over the head of everybody. Best tries to fall on it, and it is still loose. And I think Oregon Mountain's got it again. Trying to pull people off the pile. That one was way over the head of Best. And it is Oregon Mountain football. Unreal. I mean, at this point, you just shrug your shoulders. I mean, it has just been, Alamogordo has just made way too many mistakes tonight, and, the turnovers subsided a little bit for them to make that comeback last week, and yeah, I just, an offense has moved the ball pretty well. The defense has made stops tonight. But the mistakes, whether it's penalties or turnovers, just have ruined any chance the Tigers to win this football game. Jones runs it off the right side to the 10, to the 5, stays on his feet, close to the end zone, but he'll be just short, down at the 1. Gain of 18. Now, I said Oregon Mountain hadn't put the Tigers away, but I don't know. That snap almost felt like the Tigers kind of putting themselves away here because Oregon Mountain certainly has to get in the end zone. And with the way this game has gone, who knows? But here is the handoff to Jones. Oh, it's blown up in the backfield. The ball, I thought maybe it came loose. Yeah, Bryson Bloom read that really well. Wait a minute. Oh, it's Tiger football. They're going to say it's a turnover. My goodness, what huge call that was to say that they were down at the 1-yard line, and then Bloom comes in there and absolutely blows up the play, and the Tigers have life. Maybe I need to start saying the opposite thing because I feel like I just jinxed Oregon Mountain. That is crazy. Well, say it again. Oregon Mountain cannot put away the Tigers tonight. It's still a two-possession game. Yeah, Bryson Bloom came in there untouched, and it was just an I formation handoff, and he met right when the handoff was happening. As Best will give it to Hergenrader. Hergenrader to the right side with a big burst of speed will get close to a first down. Be about 1.5 yards short. Give him 8. I don't know how many points you can look at in this game if somehow Alamogordo comes back in this one that you could point to and say, here, here, here. Play action. Best rolling to his right and will throw late and complete it. And stepping out of bounds the far sideline is Marcus Bryant Jr. Threw it right at the line of scrimmage, and it goes all the way to the 32-yard line. That was an impressive run and then throw. And Bryant with his second catch of the night. Hergenrader straight up the middle on the handoff, gets across the 35-yard line. And takes it to the 37. It'll be a gain of 5. And second down and 5. Tigers with all 3 timeouts, over 10 minutes left in this game. They were down 2 scores last week around this time frame. Best on a play action will throw and fit it into a tight window over on the far side. Devin Barris will make the catch. And not much. Looks like a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Alamogordo from their own 39. Far hash. 2 wide receivers to the bottom. And Best will keep it himself. And will push the pile straight ahead before he's pushed back, but he's got enough for the first down as he carries it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and the Tigers will move the chains. 18-3, Oregon Mountain leads. 9:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers to the bottom. Here's a bit of a high snap, but pulled down. And Hergenrader off to the left side. Seeking some contact. He finds it eventually as he bowls forward to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 6, and the Tigers will set up for a second down and 4. Running to the left now is Best, just a straight quarterback run. He gets to the 50 and is only going to get a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down for the Tigers. Ball at the 50-yard line. And whistles, and it's an Oregon Mountain player that is down. And judging by what they're helping him out with, he's got some cramping going on with his right leg. And so timeout on the field. 8:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Oregon Mountain 18, Alamogordo 3. And we will hear from our sponsors. We'll come right back to Las Cruces after this.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The winner circle.
Third and 3 for the Tigers. And Morgan Mountain, I believe, jumped offside. Yeah. Had the cornerback coming in on a blitz, and he was about a step too early. And 5 yards will be enough for a first down for the Tigers. 8:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers trailing 18-3. Nobody has scored in the second half. Ball at the Oregon Mountain 45. Snapping a pull from the quarterback, Best, and he will run it to the left side. He'll pick up 2 and get to the 43-yard line. So it's second down. And they give him the 42, so actually gain of 3. Again, Best keeps it to the left side, up the near sideline. He gets into the open to the 20, to the 15, and is eventually bumped out of bounds. But a huge gainer for the Tigers, sort of a slow developing play. But it developed into a huge run for Alamogordo all the way to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 31. Puts Nathaniel over 100 yards rushing now. And give to Hergenrader, who goes straight up the middle. Not much there. Tigers can't get a first down without a touchdown. He gets to about the 9. It's a gain of 2. And it'll be second down and 8. Clock rolling under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Tigers down by 15. 2 receivers to the bottom. Balls at the near hash. A lot of room on the right side. Best will keep it, but get tripped up as he gets across the line of scrimmage, falls forward for maybe 2. You know, it's touchdown or bust here for Alamogordo. This point in the game, Tigers will be right in the middle between the hashes here at the Oregon Mountain 7. 2 wide receivers out to the top, running back to the right. Best looking to throw. And he will, I believe, get intercepted. He did. Picked off right at the goal line. And it looks like number 6 for Oregon Mountain, who stepped in front of the pass and made the interception, Alejandro Guerra. And the Tigers, yet again, with a turnover. It's been mainly fumbles tonight, but unfortunately, an interception there right at the goal line. Just a pass that needed to be there about a second earlier. And heck of a play by the Oregon Mountain defender. Oregon Mountain will start at their own 1. And we've got whistles. And we've got an Oregon Mountain timeout, so they're going to talk things over. So Oregon Mountain yet again forces a Tiger turnover, and I mean it's the story of the game. Another one in plus territory for Alamogordo. At least one of the fumbles was in plus territory, but you got to take care of the football. And I mean the offense has moved the ball pretty well. The defense I feel like has played solid. The defense has made plays tonight, and they've forced a couple of turnovers. In fact, down here at the Tigers, started this drive inside their own 5-yard line. Oregon Mountain was on the 1, getting ready to punch it in and pretty much ice the game away. And the Tigers get the turnover and, have it down in the red zone, and unfortunately can't make the conversion and turn it over yet again. Maybe Alamogordo can get get a stop behind the goal line here. That would at least give them a chance. And they're going to change things up here. They're going to go 4 wide receivers. They were going to line up with that big, heavy package, and now it's 4 wide. And they're going to throw it out of the end zone. It's complete, and he's just going to get out of the end zone. Will the running back test? No gain. Interesting decision there. I mean, as well as that, where they've gone 1 wide receiver and 7 at the line, that's worked pretty well tonight. I'm really surprised they tried to throw the football there, and that was very nearly a disaster. But still, it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 1. Again, they will spread it out. And Perez this time will just go quarterback lead to the left. And he's breaking tackles left and right. And he's going to get the 1st down, or at least get close to it. He gets to the 10. Tigers had him wrapped up 2 or 3 times, but he kept slipping out of the tackles. As he picks up 9, it makes it 3rd and very manageable here. Yeah, I feel like I've genuinely lost track of the turnover situation for the Tigers in this game. We'll see when I recap it at the end, but here's a handoff to the fullback straight ahead, and running straight ahead for a big run across the 25. As number 13, Jaden Gonzalez, gets the big carry, and a 1st down for Oregon Mountain. Now under 6 minutes remaining. And yeah, that was the words of Coach Sisko in our interview when we talked pregame was, hey, if we don't play well, we're not going to win this football game. And the Tigers have played well in facets, but, the change of possessions, the change of momentum plays have all been towards Oregon Mountain. Well, not necessarily too many of them have gone towards Oregon Mountain. Let's put it that way. Here's a handoff to the left side. And now Oregon Mountain starting to get back into their offense, which has been running the football at the Tigers tonight with some success. And Test gets the carry. Riley Test will pick up 12 and move the chains. So it's 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And the ball at the Oregon Mountain 38. And the Tigers still trailing 18-3. 1 wide receiver. 2 backs in the backfield with Perez. Everybody else up on the line for Oregon Mountain. Tigers crowding with 6 or 7. Tigers flinched, but I don't think came across the line as they were trying to use the hard count. And now we've got whistles, and we've got delay of game for Oregon Mountain. So it'll be 1st and 15. I'm trying to think of the sequence here tonight. So the Tigers turned it over on downs in the first half. They had to punt. They had, 2 different fumbles in that first half. Of course, the fumble and then the recovery in the end zone for the safety. We just had the interception. There was a fumble earlier in this half for the Tigers. A bit of a high snap, but Perez reached up and grabbed it with one hand, then gives it off to Test as he gets a little bit shy of the 40-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 5 to the 38. You had the muff punt. You had the onside kick that Oregon Mountain got successfully. But also called this defense who, forced 3 turnovers of their own tonight. Interception, couple of fumbles, and have really kept the Tigers with at least giving them a chance all night long. Run to the left side. Not enough for a 1st down, but a gain of about 7 as they give it to Jaden Gonzalez. And we'll see what Oregon Mountain does. Yeah, it's 3rd down. Yeah, for a second there, I was a little confused. 1st and 15, so 3rd down. at times the card on the field has been right and the scoreboard has been wrong, and then vice versa. So had to think about that one for a second. We're under 4 minutes to go in the game. And the handoff and breaking a tackle in the backfield and fighting forward for yards and getting enough for a first down is Riley Test. He'll get just enough, about 4. Well, the Tigers not using any of their timeouts yet. And I'm not sure. I mean, I think you at least continue to try, but you haven't worked them into a spot here where maybe you start using their timeout. It is a first down, so maybe you start using them here. Well, postseason aspirations definitely take a hit with this defeat for the Tigers. They'll still have opportunities with the remaining games in the district, but this loss hurts big time. Here's the snap and the handoff, and Test bounces it to the left, and he will get near the first down marker. Looks like he's got it. It's been an impressive drive from Morgan Mountain. They started at their own 1. Now they have it at the Alamogordo 41-yard line. Yeah, which I had a drive sheet here for me to kind of. Listen, if you're a Tiger fan, you don't necessarily want to replay the sequence of events in tonight's matchup, but again, I think there were some good things for the Tigers tonight, but it was just too many of the negatives. Handoff to Test again. We haven't seen as much of Jones tonight. Or in the second half, I should say. So I don't know if that's an injury or just not using him as much and bringing in some other guys. They've used Riley Test, and I do think Alamogordo's used their first time out. 2:17 remaining in the game. So it'll be second down and 8 after the timeout. So looking forward to next week. Tigers have actually 2 games in a row at home. They'll get Hobbs next week, and then the following week they'll host Centennial for a Thursday night game. So next week is Friday night. The following week will be a Thursday night game. And the Tigers hit the road and will play Las Cruces the following week on the 11th. I'm sorry, Carlsbad on the road on the 11th. And then it's Las Cruces for another Thursday night game coming up on the 17th. Tigers will have a bye and then finish up the season at home against Clovis. And, I mean, it really puts them in a position now where they need to find an upset, I think, against Hobbs or Las Cruces or against Centennial. And that's a tough task. You know, all 3 of those teams are top 5, top 6 teams. And I will mention one thing, though. For Morgan Mountain, this program has been through a lot in the last few years. Of course, had the tragedy a couple years ago with one of their players dying after a hit on the fields in Deming. Here's a snap that's going to go over the head of the quarterback, and the ball is recovered by Perez. And what a incredibly sorrowful situation that was for that team a couple of years ago. And, you know, from an on-the-field standpoint, it's been challenging for them over the last, few seasons. So, they bring in Kenny Sanchez, who, had a lot of success in Las Vegas. And, last year was a tough season for them. But, obviously they're seeing the improvements of the hard work that they've put in this year. And, we talked a lot about Alamogordo and the hard work that those kids have put in over the years and to help build this program up. And, I think, Coach Sisko can definitely appreciate, the situation that Morgan Mountain has been in. And, they have to feel good about what they did tonight. I mean, I'm sure they'll look at the game and say, we could have probably had this game in the bag a little bit sooner, but, I don't think they're going to walk away from it feeling in any way negative about getting out here with a victory. And they've got the same sights that Alamogordo had. They knew that, hey, if, we beat Alamogordo and we beat Carlsbad and we beat Clovis, we got a shot at playing in the postseason, which, it's been a little while for Morgan Mountain since they've been in the playoffs. So, we will always look at it from hometown perspective. but always worth looking at it from the opposing side's perspective as well. But disappointing for sure for the Tigers, certainly after the excitement of last week. Disappointing for it to be a rough go of it tonight as it has been. The officials, I think, are wanting to add some time to the clock. I don't think they've done it yet. So I think they're trying to. I don't know if it's 2:15 that they're looking to. I thought I saw 2:15 or maybe 2:05, but they're still efforting to get the game clock. So 2:10 is what they wanted. So 2:10 on the game clock. I will say it's not done yet. Tigers, they can get a stop here. They've still got another timeout to use. Oregon Mountain up to punt it away. It's just a quarterback sneak straight up the middle to the 50-yard line. So the Tigers will stop it with 2:05 remaining. So they'll get another chance offensively, but it's going to have to be very fast. We'll go ahead and take a commercial break, and we will return to the Field of Dreams. It's Oregon Mountain 18, Alamogordo 3. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Teens are usually better than adults when it comes to computers and technology. But when it comes to saving money, parents and grandparents usually have the leg up on the younger generation. With a teen savings account, you might just turn your teen spender into a teen saver. Stop by and open one today. Local Credit Union, 808 Washington Avenue, federally insured by NCUA. Visit them at localcreditunion.com and follow them on Facebook.
Dylan Hergenrader back returning punts now, so that was apologies. It was Hergenrader that fair caught the last punt. This time he gets a chance to return it, and he will return it across the 25-yard line to the 26. And so that's where Alamogordo's drive will take over. No timeouts, 1:54 remaining in the game, and down by 15. As Oregon Mountain took that ball with about, 6-7 minutes left, and all the way out near midfield and took a lot of time off the clock. And one player switching sides of the field for the Tigers. That's DeRezzo. And Bess will stand in the pocket looking to throw. He will look for Quinlan, who was at about the 35-yard line, but ball will drop incomplete. And 2nd and 10 now for Alamogordo. 1:48 to go in the game. And this is certainly not Alamogordo's strongest point. They've actually thrown the ball pretty well tonight, but their passing game, this has probably been one of the better nights for them passing the football overall. Taking the handoff, and Best looking to throw. And the pass looking for his receiver on the far side. And nice work by the Oregon Mountain defender, got his hand in there. I believe that was Kendon Mangrum, number 9 on the far side. And so 3rd down for the Tigers. Trips to the bottom, one to the top. DBs are playing way off for Oregon Mountain, just don't want to get beat deep. They do send a blitz here. Tigers, bit of a bootleg to the left. Now a throw down the middle of the field, and it's complete to Vasquez, who goes all the way to the 40, so kind of a throwback play as Bess was moving towards the near side, and you had Vasquez on a crossing pattern going towards the far side, and it goes all the way to the 40-yard line. and then Best, I think, was trying to spike it. No, he just kneeled on it. Instead of spiking it, he went to one knee, and then the snap, oh my goodness. We got penalty flags. The snap didn't get back to the quarterback. So a snap infraction on Alamogordo. They'll run the clock again, but we've seen that at every level where a player will, needing to spike it, take a knee, so. And now we got one of the officials running over to the near line official going over to the head official. I don't know if we do clock runoffs in high school football. I think they're just going to roll the clock as soon as the play is ready, or we're ready to play here. So they do roll the clock. And here's a quick throw to Vasquez, who will come to the near side and get brought down in the field of play. Takes it to the 41 for a gain of 9. And we're about ready to roll under a minute to go. It'll be third down. Third and about 11. Straight back to pass. Best has got pressure on him. Steps away from it. Now trying to run with it. And gets met at the line of scrimmage. Ball's backwards to about the 37. Gain of 3. And we've got a clock stoppage. And I don't know if we've got an injury. Yeah, we got one of the Oregon Mountain players slowly coming off. Oh, we actually got a penalty. So they call a dead ball personal foul on Oregon Mountain. I didn't see what happened there, but 15 yards and still breathes a little bit of life here in for the Tigers. They'll get a free first down. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. And Best, again, just a straight drop back to throw. Ball is complete. And then forward progress will carry to about the 9. Quinlan with the reception. And so the ball will be at the 15. 30 seconds to go. Tigers snap it. And here's a throw. Far corner of the end zone. And a penalty flag, as Marcus Bryant Jr. was in the area along with 2 Oregon Mountain defenders, and I think he might have gotten grabbed. They're going to call a pass interference, it would appear, on Oregon Mountain. So I think from this spot, it's half the distance to the goal. 22 seconds left, so the Tigers really, they need to score on the next play or two, and then it'll be onside kick and then Hail Mary. That's really their only shot at it now. But they have moved down the field. A little bit of help from Oregon Mountain, a couple of penalties, but a big pass play from Best to Aiden Vasquez. So they put it to 9. That's not right. The last snap was from the 14. Should be half the distance to the goal, so it should be at the 7. I guess they're not going to fix it. Okay. 22 seconds remaining. First and goal from the 9. Best. Play action rolling to his right. Throwing and catching it in the far corner of the end zone. Josiah Quinlan makes the catch, his second touchdown grab in as many weeks. And so the Tigers, I think you just kick the extra point here. And then onside kick time. And if you recover, there'll probably be enough time. You might have enough time to run a play. We'll see what happens, but we'll worry about that if the Tigers, number one, they have to make this. Snap down, kick is up. It's good. So Vasquez knocks through the extra point. All right, we'll take a quick break. We've got 16 seconds remaining. Tigers will onside kick it for hopefully a chance at a Hail Mary here. They're down 18-10 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to end without notice. Other restrictions may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Here's the onside kick, and I believe the Tigers have recovered it. They have. It deflected off one Oregon Mountain player, and the Tigers ran 5 seconds off the clock. They recover the onside kick. Now, I don't think Nate's got an arm to get it all the way to the end zone, so homage to, or credit to Scott Van Pelt. It's time for a little pitchy woo-woo here and try and do the laterals and everything you can. Then again, maybe Nate's got the arm, and I'm going to eat my words here in a second, but for most high school quarterbacks, throwing it 50 yards is not an easy task. But, hey, the Tigers have given themselves at least an opportunity here. Now, I will say that 11 seconds, if you can run a quick out pattern and get out of bounds. All right, Tigers have too many players in the field. Now they've got it right. They're trying to come on late. And here's a little hook and lateral, and it's going to be a big play here for the Tigers. They only ran 6 seconds off, so it's a completion to Bryant, and then a hook and lateral to number 10, Tristan Bowman. So now the Tigers can go to the end zone here. This is getting real, y'all. It's 1st and 10 from the 24. The Tigers have got a shot. See if they can do it. Penalty flag and a false start on Alamogordo. I don't know if the 5 yards will make that big of a difference, but Nate's definitely got the arm from this distance. It was interesting. One of the coaches for Oregon Mountain was upset that there wasn't an illegal substitution penalty, and so the Oregon Mountain players kind of stopped. And now we got Coach Sisko out near the numbers, saying something to the official. And now we got the official running all the way over to the near sideline. And explaining it to the Oregon Mountain coach, who I believe is Kenny Sanchez. And, yeah, I think he's arguing what he felt like should have been an illegal substitution penalty on Alamogordo. And, Alamogordo players had started running towards the opposite sideline. And this should be the last play. So he's only got to throw it about 30, 35 yards. Oregon Mountain doesn't have anybody back towards the goal line. Best's going to throw incomplete. And still some time left on the clock. That was an interesting pass decision there because Gianni Mogado would have been down in the play of field at about the 15-yard line. I would think that Nate can toss it up to the end zone. Because the Tigers, I don't think, had a timeout. No, they didn't. So Best's going to throw it towards the end zone. There's no Tiger there. Oregon Mountain intercepts it. And they will hold on for the win. The Tigers gave it a good run there at the end of the game and continued to fight. And really, I mean, it had a shot at it. Like I said, I was really surprised at the throw before the one at the end. And I would also say that, I mean, they needed to let a little bit of time for the Tiger receivers to get down into the end zone to have a chance to go and get it. But, you know, this game was definitely decided in a much earlier part of the game with the Tigers. Their mistakes just bounded up and were too much tonight to really overcome that. But boys kept fighting there at the end and very nearly had a chance to get in the end zone. They certainly had an opportunity, but it just didn't work out there at the end of it. But good effort there for the Tigers in the last couple to make something of it, but Oregon Mountain able to hold on for the victory and get to 2-2 on the season, or 2-3 on the season. 1-0 in district. The Tigers are 1-4 and 0-1 in district. Final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard is 18-10. Oregon Mountain gets the victory over the Tigers, and the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show is coming up for you next.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Are you ready for back to school? At Local Credit Union, we are all about supporting education in our community. We also know that your finances can play a big part in your success. Stop by today and ask about a back to school loan, open a new account, or learn about our CDs. Apply online today at localcreditunion.com or see us at 808 Washington Avenue. Local Credit Union, federally insured, NCUA.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
We are the Veterans Health Administration, and our hands provide life-changing care to over 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities nationwide. Join hands with us to make an impact in your community. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Tigers fall 18-10, and, overall it was kind of an ugly game on both sides. Oregon Mountain had a number of turnovers. The Tigers had a number of turnovers, but the mistakes for Alamogordo just mounted up to be too much. Penalties you throw in on top of that, and, whether it was, a turnover on downs, giving up an onside kick. Both teams gave up an onside kick tonight, so it almost evened itself out there at the end. And the Tigers muff a punt, and I feel like there's maybe one or two other things that I missed in there. But, again, on top of that, the offense played pretty well. They probably their best passing game of the season. They ran the ball well again. The defense made some big stops. They forced 3 turnovers tonight, kept the team in the game. And so, I mean, it's just one of those that, you just can't have that many mistakes and expect to come out of a game with a victory. And I mean, you can honestly say it for both ends, but, Oregon Mountain, managed to limit their mistakes and at the end of the day find the end zone a couple of times when the Tigers, were knocking on the doorstep and, throwing an interception. And, I think that was one of the turnovers that I forgot there. And so, I mean, the Tigers score, on that play, who knows what happens. I mean, and gosh, the Tigers still had a chance to win the game there at the end. They get the onside kick. They run a nice hook and lateral play, get it down to the 25-yard line. Then they end up, what did they end up doing? Was it false starting? What was the 5-yard penalty that they took there? Yeah, it was false start. And still had a shot at the end zone at the end of the game. So, I mean, the frustration's definitely going to be big for the Tigers coming out of this game. And, it's very similar to the loss to Albuquerque High. It'll be very similar to the loss to Deming. And, when we talk with Coach Sisko a lot about it this year, it's been, at least we know we can fix things, but you're also now starting to get to the point where, you don't have a lot of time to fix things with the season now half gone. But, you certainly have an opportunity if you can score, a surprise victory over a team like Hobbs or Centennial in the next couple of weeks that you can turn this season back in the right direction. So, 5 more games, an opportunity for the Tigers who have, done a lot of good things this season, but, unfortunately for them, it has not resulted in a lot of positive results at the end of the night. So I think that's been the tough part of it for the Tigers. But yeah, too many mistakes, too many turnovers, too many penalties tonight, and Oregon Mountain, did just enough. I think very clear to say that they did just enough to come out here with a victory. But this is going to be one that stings a little bit because I think the Tigers know if they play their best football tonight, that they're likely coming out of here with a win. But I will also say Oregon Mountain didn't play their best football either. I mean, there's no way that their coaching staff is happy with the turnovers and just the fact that the Tigers were still, with the way this game the Tigers were still in it right there to the very end with a chance to, throw a Hail Mary and get a 2-point conversion and take the game to overtime. So it's one of those that I'm sure that the coaches will, they'll have a lot on film session, whether it's on Saturday or Monday or going into practice and, trying to get ready for next week. So Tigers again fall 18-10 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will take one more commercial break. We'll get some scores from around the state. Tularosa winner tonight against Capitan. I've got a score for Mescalero Apache, but I want to confirm it before I give it to you guys. So I'm going to make sure that's right. I don't think it's correct. So I want to get that one right. Hopefully we'll get it before we get off the air. But this is the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Tigers fall to the Oregon Mountain Knights 18-10.
For a limited time only, OFCU is offering a special touchdown savings 7-month share certificate. Lock into a great rate now. Start saving today at 5.12% annual percentage yield. Visit your local branch to take advantage of this great offer before time runs out. Limited time offer, $1,000 minimum. Certificate special subject to end without notice. Other streams may apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
The 85th Annual Otero County Fair and Rodeo is here, and First National Bank is ready for all the excitement. Hi, this is Deborah Romero. At First National Bank, we know it's a huge commitment for our youth and our families in our community to participate in the fair. We are proud to support all their hard work this year and can't wait to see it on display. We encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the animals, the rides, food, fun, and so much more. Don't miss the Otero County Fair and Rodeo, September 19th through the 22nd.
First National Bank, member FDIC.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Teens are usually better than adults when it comes to computers and technology. But when it comes to saving money, parents and grandparents usually have the leg up on the younger generation. With a teen savings account, you might just turn your teen spender into a teen saver. Stop by and open one today. Local Credit Union, 808 Washington Avenue, federally insured by NCUA. Visit them at localcreditunion.com and follow them on Facebook.
They will go up to Las Vegas and play Robertson next Friday night. Their final non-district. That would be a heck of a challenge for them against a very good Robertson team. Other scores from around the state. Cleveland High School going to beat Pebble Hills 35-13 just down the road in El Paso. Tatum 36-26 beats Lordsburg. Bloomfield 53-0 over Aztec. Los Alamos beat Capital 50-0. Crown Point 28-12 topped Wingate. Robertson 49-7 over Raton. Nimi 42-0. They beat Hatch Valley. Navajo Prep 28-20 up on Santa Fe Indian School late in that game. Rio Rancho late in their game against Eastlake in El Paso. This one's actually up in Rio Rancho, but Eastlake from El Paso 26-21. Jow 47-21 up over a JV team. Socorro beating Hot Springs 35-0. La Cueva cruising to a 45-6 win over Farmington. That one's not final yet, but they're going to win it. Zahachi's going to beat Gallup 54-12. They're up big. Logan beat Elida 50-0. Pawake Valley 54-0 over Hojo Academy. St. Mike's big up on Eunice 40-8. Mayfield 52-6. Looks like they're going to close out Santa Teresa. Las Cruces took it to Hobbs tonight 44-14. Kind of surprised at the difference in that game. Thought that would be a little bit closer. West Las Vegas 42-0 over Santa Rosa. Lovington 46-6. They beat Goddard. West Mesa going to fall to Los Lunas 54-21. Los Lunas up big. Roswell going to top Deming 50-20. That one's in the fourth quarter. Artesia, it's a third quarter score 43-26. But certainly looks like they're going to get the win there. Belen big on Del Norte 42-0 in the second half. Highland 42-6 up on Rio Grande. There's another one that'll probably be a win. If it's correct, Silver beat Valencia 6-3. And like I said, there's a score up on Max Preps that shows Mescalero Apache 32-2 on a Hagerman in the fourth quarter. I'm just not sure that's accurate. So check our Facebook page. We'll hopefully have a reply from Coach Cedillo, and we'll let you guys know what happened in that game. They may still be playing right now, so we'll be sure to let you guys know. Best luck to Cloud Crop football tomorrow. They go up to Dulce, 2 p.m. kickoff for that game. And best luck to the cross-country runners for Alamogordo and Mescalero Apache. They'll run at Nimi tomorrow in Roswell. And Mescalero Apache Volleyball will host Alamo Navo tomorrow. That'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Again, on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, the Alamogordo Tigers fall to the Oregon Mountain Knights 18-10. Thanks for listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. And so happy that you joined us here on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230-1019. Our next Tiger Sports broadcast is coming up on Friday night back in Alamogordo as the Tigers will host the Hobbs, who are coming off that loss to Las Cruces. And we'll see if the Tigers can bounce back then. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your Friday nights. And to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230-1019.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for mostly cloudy, 30% chance of rain and breezy. In Alamogordo, expect a low of 67, Clowncroft an overnight low of 48. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, becoming mostly clear, 20% chance of afternoon showers and a little breezy. Alamogordo tomorrow.